All right, now you can hear it. Hit the bottom. Yeah. Wait, as soon as you see our name pop up, hit it.
Listen, we are the people of the book. We are the Israelites of this Bible. Dear Mr. African American around the world, for the so-called black man. Hey, look, let me holler at you one time, you know? Pose a few questions, put something on your mind. There you go. What's your nationality? Where your people from? Look, tell me, where your land at? Do you know, or do you go by what they telling us? For the longest we've been lied to.
All right, we on now, man. Like y'all, they heard me in live, but
what's your nationality? Where your people from? Black man, tell me, where your land at? Do you know, or do you go by what they telling us? What's your nationality? Where your people from? Tell me, where your land at? Do you know, or do you go by what they telling us? You ain't African, you Israel. Wake up, don't let them tell you nothing different. You was born spiritual, born into a covenant. Yeah, you got inheritance. Yes, you got a land. It's Jerusalem. They knowing this, so they keep it here from you. But our God is showing this. Israel's the only people that He know. He told us this. The Bible is your history, black man. Whether you Mexican, American, or German, Israelite is your bloodline of Abraham's seed. From the loins of Jacob, the Holy Spirit is your breed. Yes, chosen to go feed. The rest of
it's all good. It's all good.
Read. Forget what you've been taught by these blind leaders who they greed got their thoughts. It's all about the money. Ain't no truth in they walk. All they teach is deceptions. Ain't no light when they talk.
I'm on AK Water Beers in the building.
Where your people from? Black man, tell me, where your land at? Do you know, or do you know about what they tell us? What's your nationality? Where your people from?
She ain't got to do what tonight.
Where your land at? Do you know, or do you know about what they telling us?
We entered into a covenant with the God of this world. And we were named after the God of this world. That's why we call Israelites. We changed our forefathers' name, Jacob, from Jacob to Israel. And thus 12 boys were born to Jacob, one to Israel. Thus we are called the Israelites. Israelites.
All praise, honor, and magnificent glory is unto our Elohim, the Elohim of Abraham, the Elohim of Yitzchak, and the Elohim of Yaakov. To our uncrowned King, Yeshua HaMashiach. He coming back. And you can best believe He's going to set the record straight. For Israel, the cause of Israel, and even between Israel. He's going to set the record straight. To our brothers and sisters in the faith as always, we salute you. Those who are in this walk, day to day, minute by minute, moment by moment, fighting and scrapping like a junkyard dog. Trying their best to get into the kingdom. We salute you. I got my beloved brother in the building. Big Rob is in the building. Head first security is on deck. If you get out of line, you get gone. You better understand what we're talking about. With that, I'm going to turn it over to my beloved brother.
Shabbat Shalom, family. For the title.
Mm-hmm.
The name of the title tonight is The Founding Fathers of America in the Chain of Custody.
Yes, sir. So all praise to the Most High. You know, we back in this thing, Hebrew. They call Black History Month. We call it Hebrew History Month.
That's right.
Or Israelite History Month, however you want to call it. You know, I got some feedback on that, but you know, we're gonna deal with that another time, another lesson.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We just doing this because we know we're gonna have everybody's attention.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? And this is why we doing what we doing. Now, the Most High put this lesson together, and used me as a willing vessel to put this lesson together. And like the brother said, the founding fathers and the chain of custody. Because we're going to get into this thing, this chain of custody, Hebrew, because there's a lot of stuff going on in the conscious community today. A lot of people are flopping their jaws about a whole lot of stuff they don't know nothing about. Now, there's a Jewish rabbi that has come out and say, hey, man, y'all need to look at this thing. These folks is telling the truth.
That's right.
You even had one of the commits say, hey, man, y'all need to reconsider these things. These people telling the truth. So, brothers and sisters, what we're going to do tonight, and what we got to do tonight is going to be tonight and tomorrow, because it's so much information we finna give y'all. And I was just sharing some of it with my brother here, my aunt, and man, he was like, man, I ain't never know this. That's right. But what we're going to do, we're going to establish the chain of custody. On from the time, we're going to start from the time we got ran out of the land in 70 AD. Mm-hmm. We're going to touch on the 10 tribes too. Mm-hmm. But we're going to pick it up where we got ran out of the land into Africa. We're going to show the chain of custody when we was in Africa, that our people kept the tradition, kept the law, knew who they were. That's right. Then we're going to come all the way over from the time we got shipped off them shores of the west coast of Africa, that even then, our forefathers kept that chain of custody and imparted that thing to, because what started this lesson, Hebrew, years ago, one of the elders I came in upon, I said, man, I wonder who taught him. And then I found out who taught him. I said, well, I wonder who taught him. How did they know? So we're going to go back. That's right. And keep that chain of custody. And then tomorrow, please don't miss tomorrow. Please don't miss tomorrow. We're going to show the bruise that's documented. Newspaper, history, and everything that's documented of one of the first Hebrew Israelite camps here in North America. It's documented. That's right. So we're going to get started, brothers and sisters. Most of this lesson, y'all take a good look at our faces now, because most time y'all ain't going to see it, but we're going to be sharing this PowerPoint. That's right. And most of the scriptures on the PowerPoint, you understand what I'm saying? My Hebrew going to be doing a read. I'm going to help him out with some of the history read. And, man, we're going to get into this thing. I'm excited to get into it. But man, don't miss this, man, because this is going to be exciting. I know I've been sitting on pins and needles all month long, all last month, getting ready for this thing. But tomorrow we're going to get into it. So let me begin to share my screen, Hebrew. Let me begin to share my screen. Let me share screen. And then we're going to go to application window. Let me minimize. All right, we back, brother. Let me do this again. I'm getting excited. Let me open this up. All right, and then we're gonna go. Let me go to the top, my brother. Yes, sir. We're gonna open this up. Cancel it. So I can tell I'm excited, man. I can't even get my screen straight. I'm so excited. I want to do this right here, Hebrew. And you know what I'm about to do. That's it right there. I'm going to share that. All right. Now, this is where we're going. Let me know when you can see it on your screen, Hebrew. Then I'm going to start. And since people can't see me, I'm going to turn this heat off. Then let me know when it pop up on your screen. Right. And then we're going to get started. All right. We waiting, family.
Okay.
All right, Rob, you got it on your screen?
Yeah, it popped up.
All right, brother. So we're finna get started. So again, the title of the lesson: the founding fathers of the Americas and the chain of custody. So, like I said, tomorrow we're gonna get into these 5 brothers right here. And like I said, these are the first 5 brothers that were documented in U.S. history to first call themselves Hebrew Israelites. I'm gonna give you their names real quick. The brother at the top left, this brother right here, his name is F.S. Cherry. His name is F.S. Cherry. He was the first brother in the Americas documented to be called himself a Hebrew Israelite and open up Hebrew Israelite classes. Mm-hmm. All right, brother. What that thing ain't showing big on you?
You need an auditor.
Yeah, I'm trying to. It should be. Let me pop this up because I don't want them to see the whole slide. I just want them to see the slide.
Right.
Like this right here. I don't know why they can't see it like that. Maybe if I do this, hold on. Let me do this then, Hebrew. Let me do this right here. Blow it up. There we go. That's too bad. Ain't gonna be right. All right. Well, I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna let y'all see it like this. But anyway, sorry about how small it is. But this brother right here is F.S. Cherry. All right. Then you have this brother down here in the center. His name is William Saunders Crowdy. Okay. And this brother down here in the bottom right-hand corner. I'm sorry, let me go back. This brother right here, very important brother. This brother right here, we're going to spend more time on this brother than we're going to spend on most all of them. Okay. This brother is, they call him Rabbi Josiah Ford. Okay? And he taught this brother that's in the top right. This is Arthur Wentworth Matthew of the Commandment Keepers. And then you had this brother right here. His name was William Christian. This brother down in the bottom right-hand corner. These are the first 5 brothers, or the most prominent brothers to ever be documented as being Hebrew Israelites in the Americas. Okay. All right. So let's get into it. We're going to go to the first thing we're going to do. All right. The next slide, it says there are willing vessels left in every generation, and we're going to prove that through the scriptures.
That's right.
To preserve the scriptures and the true remnant of Israel. Now, we're going to go through this chain of custody thing a little bit, Hebrew. Okay. All right. I'm going to wait till your screen catch up, because I know some people, I got the delay on Facebook, trying to make sure everybody on the same page. Okay. And if y'all can see the page, give them some 7s in the room. Hebrew, watch your chat and make sure somebody throw a 7 up, because I got mine in large. You know what I'm saying? Chain of custody. And this is a legal term. It says form and legal term for evidence. The chain of custody is said to be a sequential, in sequence, documentation or trail that accounts for the sequence of custody, control, the transfer, analysis, and disposition of physical or electronic evidence. So we got to show the chain of custody, the control, the transfer from generation to generation, the analysis of the situation and the information, and the disposition of who the physical people are of this. We got to establish who the chain of what this chain of custody. All right. Yeah. Then it says, what happens if the chain of custody is broken? We know what happens when the chain of custody is broken, because we got people over in the land calling themselves us. That's right. You see what I'm saying? But if the chain of custody is broken, vital evidence could be deemed legally worthless. This often happens if the chain of custody or form of evidence bag is mislabeled. Somebody been mislabeled. That's right. If the transfer takes an unreasonable amount of time, or if the evidence falls into the wrong hand, it is deemed what? Inadmissible, especially of evidence in the court, not accepted as valid. So we got to establish our chain of custody. We're going to go from 70 AD into Africa to the Americas. Okay. That's what we do. All right. I did that through there. I want to make sure everybody understands why we doing it this way. That's right. We won't get to the elders till tomorrow, but we finna read some strong history. Some strong history.
I ain't never heard.
That's right. All right. Now we going to the first script. We going to Ezra, the 9. Ezra's the 9, my brother. Ezra's the chapter the 9, and we gotta look. We gonna have to do a little Hebrew lesson at the bottom down here.
Okay.
I found out how to figure out how to get on the PowerPoint. My wife said my handwriting jacked up, so I finally figured out how to do it on this thing right here.
Okay.
You know, going to school too.
That's right.
But the first script we're gonna get to is Ezra the 9, my brother, and we're gonna pick it up at verse 6, and we're gonna read 6 through 8. When you get it, my brother, go ahead and read.
And said, "Oh my God,
Mm-hmm.
I am ashamed,
Yeah.
and blush to lift up my face to thee,
Mm-hmm.
my Yah, for our iniquities are increased over our head,
Mm-hmm.
and our trespasses grown up into the heavens. Since the days of our fathers have we been in a great trespass
Mm-hmm.
unto this day,
It's
and for our iniquities have we, our kings and our priests, been delivered into the hands of kings of the land.
Of kings of the what?
Of the land.
Of the lands, and that's plural. Plural. I'm sorry.
Right.
So this is Ezra doing the Babylonian captivity. He said, man, since the days, man, our great trespass, we've been delivered into the hands of the kings and to different lands. And to what else, my brother?
To the sword.
And what else?
To the captivity.
And where we at now?
Captivity.
We just established a chain of custody. Go ahead and read.
And to the spoil.
And what else?
And to the confusion of face.
As
it is this day.
Now, as it is what?
This day.
We confused. Don't nobody know who you is.
Sure.
And when you tell them who you are, they look at you like you retarded.
Yeah.
They think it's something wrong with you. And even the National Poverty Law Center, we're going to read that tomorrow. Man, they call us radical extremists. That's the label that's on us right now. Radical extremists, Hebrew. All right, keep on reading. Go on down to verse 8. I want to get something specifically in verse 8. You already flipped? Nah, that was verse 7.
That was 7.
Yeah, read that verse 8, because we gotta get something out of verse 8.
Okay.
Ezra's 9 and 8.
All right. And now for a little space, grace have been shown from the Lord. Our Yah, to leave us a remnant to escape.
To leave us a remnant to escape. So he gonna leave a remnant.
That's right.
Go ahead and read.
And to give us a nail in his holy place.
Now, I want to pause right there. It said he gonna leave us a remnant and give us a nail. So let's look at this thing nail.
Yes, sir.
This nail is Yod Tav Dalet. And the word is Yathar. It means a pin, fasten, nail, paddle, pin, or a stake. So he's saying that he has given us a remnant, and a nail, meaning he has given us a place or monument, a sign or a signal who we are.
That's right.
In every generation. He has given us a nail in his holy place. You use a nail to hang something on.
That's right.
That's what you how the women get in and decorate. They got to have all the nails in the wall, and they making a house into a home. So that nail is signifying that you got a stake in this thing.
There you go.
You understand what I'm saying? That's what he's trying to tell you. He said you left a nail in this holy place. Continue to read.
That our Yah may lighten up your eyes. And give us a little reviving in our abundance.
Give us a little reviving in our body. So a little reviving means there's gonna be some people that's gonna like that Ezekiel 37, the valley of the dry bone.
Okay.
It's gonna be everybody ain't gonna wake up.
That's right.
And everybody ain't gonna wake up at the same time, but folks gonna start waking up to the true knowledge of who they are.
Yes, sir.
This is the beautiful word. This is the beautiful how the word of God comes to light, brother.
That's right.
Yod Tav Dalet, a nail. Let's go to the next slide, brother. We breathing right along through this thing.
Okay.
The next scripture that we're going to go through is Deuteronomy, chapter 28. Chapter 28, we're going to read verses 63 through 66, but I want to give the definition of the diaspora. The diaspora is when we got tossed out the land in 70 AD. And as you can see through the picture right here, you see that they taking out the vessels out of the temple.
Right.
This is when Titus came and tore Jerusalem down to the ground. You see the menorah and all the vessels they taken out of the temple.
Right.
Hold on. Might go shut that door.
Excuse me, brother and sisters.
Sorry about that, brothers and sisters. I got the second generation of bots in the house, and they ain't clowning. But anyway, forgive me for that. But we're gonna define diaspora, the dispersion of Jewish people. They call it Jewish people. We know they're Hebrew.
That's right.
Hebrew people beyond Israel. So now we got the chain of custody leaving Israel.
Yeah.
We had Ezra giving thanks for being back in the land.
That's right.
Now here we sit 2,000 years later, 2,500 years later, we getting kicked out of the land again.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the diaspora, the dispersion of the Jewish people beyond Israel. Jewish people living outside Israel. The dispersion of any people from their original homeland.
Mm.
And I'm going to tell y'all something. The Most High, he let these heathens tell on themselves.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's too much information out there for people not to understand and recognize what's really going on.
Mm.
All you gotta do is everybody walk around with a computer in their hand all day long.
Right.
Ain't no reason for any of us to lack understanding.
That's it.
You understand? You do Facebook and everything else.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Get some knowledge.
That's right.
But I want to read that definition of diaspora, bro, before you get into your script.
Okay.
And let me stop running my mouth and get to the script. Because I didn't put them scripts up on them because it was just too much for that one slide. But we're going to Deuteronomy 28. Deuteronomy 28. And we're going to pick it up, brother, at verse 63. You're going to read 66. Then we're going to jump over to that Luke.
Okay.
Deuteronomy 28, 63. What did it say, my brother?
And it shall come to pass that as the Lord rejoice over you, to you do good, and to multiply your, so the Lord will rejoice over you to destroy you.
He gonna rejoice over you to destroy you. Go ahead.
And to bring you to naught.
Mm-hmm.
And you shall be plucked from off the land, whether thou goest to possess it.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
Among what kind of people?
All people.
So I know we dealing with the Americans. North, Central, and South America. I know we just dealing with that.
That's
but
right.
he said he gonna scatter us among all people. Because we're gonna read later on, it's a debate going on within Israel where this land is.
Mm.
But if you just follow the map, you'll know where some of the 10 tribes went beyond the Euphrates. But that's a discussion for another time, another day. But we see right here, he's going to disperse us among all people. Now, this is even before we get in the land.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? So go ahead and read, my brother.
From the one end of the earth, even unto the other.
Uh-huh.
And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
And we're going to read the same thing in the second Ezra, that they turned their back on Yahweh. And Ezra, in second Ezra, going to confirm just this right here too. But continue to read, brother.
Verse 65. And among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest, but the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart and a failing of eyes and sorrow of mind.
And man, we can go in deep there, but we ain't here for all that right now. But go ahead and read, brother.
And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear the day and night.
Fear day and night.
And shall have no assurance of thy life.
Now you heard that. All right, we're gonna drop that, brother. We're gonna get the witness to this right here, because this was the prophecy.
Right.
Now Yeshua finna prophesy, and wasn't long after that. He prophesied this. Man, they came, he said, man, they gonna kick y'all up out of here. Let's go to Luke the 21. Luke the 21, people. Luke the 21. And like I said, we just establishing the chain of custody. Mm-hmm. And we could be here all night, but I don't want to do that. Because I want to keep the people's attention. You know what I'm saying, my brother? That's right. And then tomorrow, after we establish this chain of custody, like I say, then we're going to get into the brothers. Okay. The elders. That's right. All right. Let's go to Luke 21 and pick it up at the 21. This is Yeshua talking. That's what do you say, brother? Go ahead and read.
Then let them which are in Judea, flee to the mountains. Yeah. And let them which are in the midst of it depart out.
I tell you what, Hebrew, do this for me. I messed up on that. Pick it up at the 20. At the 20. Okay. Pick it up at the 20, then read on down through that 24. I'm sorry. Okay. Family. Go ahead.
And we shall see Jerusalem.
And when ye shall see.
And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is near. Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountain.
Right.
And let them which are in the midst of it depart out. And let not them that are in the countries enter therein too.
Now, he giving you a warning when this drama jump off.
That's right.
You need to be on the move. And you don't need to go back into the land yet.
That's right.
Because it's a reason by that, but that's another lesson for another day too. They're going to be hunted down like dogs. Yes, sir. Go ahead and read, Hebrew.
22.
What?
For these be the days of vengeance.
For these be the days of vengeance.
That all things which are written may be fulfilled.
Now, I don't know. Nobody else this was written about. See, I'm looking at take a pause for the call, brother. Brothers and sisters, I want y'all to understand something. And I'm reading this real talk. You must understand the importance of who you are. Everything in history, in the history of mankind, revolves around you and your ancestors and the generations to come who are Hebrew Israelites. There is nothing, and we're gonna prove it in other lessons. We're gonna prove a lot of it in this lesson. Right. There is nothing that happened in this world that did not happen because of you. I'm just gonna go and lay it out flat. Nothing that has ever happened in this world didn't happen without the Most High having us in mind.
That's right.
He said, man, when he set the bounds of the people, he set the bounds of the people according to the 12 tribes of Israel. The time is set up on the 12 tribes of Israel. It's 12 hours in a day, ain't it? Yeah. 12 hours in a night.
That's right.
It's 12 months in a year, ain't it?
That's right.
Huh? You can't go but so far in the air, divisible by 12. You can't go but so far in the deep, divisible by 12. We got a lesson to prove that.
Come on.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Everything that happened from Adam to what they call the Dark Ages when all the Israelites ruled European countries. You hear me? On down to what we're going to be talking about tomorrow, even down to the Marcus Garvey movement. Israelites was in power. It was the spring, or they say the power behind the throne, so to speak. We're going to prove it. Okay. It ain't nothing that went on in this world that didn't have, the Most High didn't have us in mind. So you going to betray that? That's what you got to ask yourself. Continue. Look, the 4 Gentile dynasties, who they dealing on? When they dealing on us? Yeah. That 4 beast gonna rise back up, ain't it? Yes, sir. Ain't he gonna be dealing on us? Yes, sir. Everything in this world sitting around you, Israel. And you think, why would you want to betray your God? The apple of his eye. The apple of his eye. So you can't tell history without telling about the Hebrew. That's right. You can't. That's right. It's impossible. They done tried to whitewash it out. You can't. You can't talk about nothing in this word that ain't got to do with us. I mean, nothing. When you go do your research and find out, you're going to see everything. Oh, them niggas is. That's what they call it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's why they got the hate they got for you. That's right. But go ahead and read, Hebrew. I ain't mean to interrupt. Go ahead, man.
You good. Verse 23. Well, woe unto to them that are with child,
Mm-hmm.
and to them that give suck in those days.
That's right.
For there shall be a great distress in the land,
Mm-hmm.
and a wrath upon the people.
That's right.
And they shall fall by the edge of the sword,
They should fall by the edge of the sword.
and shall be led away captive into all nations.
And it is again.
Yes, sir.
Now this in blood.
Yes, sir.
You think they ain't gonna happen? He said, you're gonna be led away captive into all nations. And what?
And Jerusalem shall be trodden down
Uh-huh.
of the Gentiles,
Uh-huh.
until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
Man, just me not being a sharp knife in the drawer.
Mm.
He said that Jerusalem gonna be trodden down to the Gentiles at the times of the Gentiles fulfilled. Look like they still running it.
Yes, sir.
So who is that over there in the land? I would ask myself, according to this scripture.
The Gentiles.
Because they still running it, ain't?
That's right.
So he said Jerusalem gonna be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. We know that time ain't been fulfilled yet.
That's right.
Common sense, people. Let's go to the next slide, brother. Now we finna get into some history. The diaspora into Africa.
Okay.
The diaspora. We going to a book called From Babylon to Timbuktu. Babylon to Timbuktu. We're gonna be in and out of this book, people. Because you can see right here on this slide, I said during the period from Pompey to Julius, it had been estimated that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa, fleeing from the Roman persecution and slavery. The slave markets were full of black Jewish slaves.
Mm.
What the ones over there? You know what I'm saying? They saying they up. They said they were full of black Jewish slaves.
Yes,
and you can
sir.
see the reference back to the script we just read.
Sure enough.
You understand what I'm saying? So let's get down to it. Let's go to page. I'm posting. I'm gonna wait till the page posts up on Facebook. I know we got a little delay on Facebook, and I want all my brothers and sisters to be able to, get in where they fit in. I'm gonna try to blow it up just a little bit more, y'all. You click on that. All right, we'll go right there, and then I'll move it up as need be.
Okay.
All right, brother. We in from Babylon to Timbuktu, and we start out on page 83, my Hebrew brother. When you get it, go ahead and read.
In the year 331,
Mm-hmm.
that Alexander the Great defeated the Persian emperor Darius
Mm-hmm.
at the battle of
Gargamel.
Gargamel.
Incorrectly called Arabella.
A new master emerged on the world stage and transformed the history and culture of 3 countries, however.
Mm-hmm.
Alexander died in the prime of his life at the age of 32 because of debauchery.
He always drinking and partying. Go ahead.
And intoxication. Before the death of Alexander, his desire was to establish a
Eurasian
state. His scheme was to
amalgamate
the Greeks with the Asians.
So he wanted them to become one people.
Okay.
He gonna, I don't know if you ever seen that movie, Braveheart, and they were talking how they could never get rid of dude, and they said, man, what we gonna do? He said, well, we can't kill them out, we'll breed them out.
Yeah.
So that's always been the plan.
Yes,
The
sir.
breed, because the seed lie with the man. And he said, man, we're gonna make Eurasian, we're gonna amalgamate with them. We're gonna start laying with they women, man, and breed them jokers out.
Yeah.
This is the diabolical mind of your enemy, man.
That's it.
And we got to know that. That's why I said, why you be so quick? Yeah, I see these brothers all hugged up with these. I didn't hold it to them. But man, bro, this is a planned effort. I see all these sports stars and basketball, football stars. Man, what is y'all doing? But see, ignorance is dangerous. But you see the mind state. Now this Alexander the Great.
Yes, sir.
See, we read this going again, establishing chain of custody. We're gonna start with the Greeks and go on down. We get Babylon already now.
Sure have.
Okay, but go ahead and read.
This was implemented by the widespread marriage of his troops with the colored women.
With the who?
The colored women.
Oh, colored women
of the East.
Of the East. Okay. Go ahead and read, bro.
Most of his troops remained in the subjugated countries and became absorbed into the native population.
Did you see that? Go ahead and read.
After the death of Alexander, his vast empire was divided among his generals.
Uh-huh.
Ptolemy received Egypt, and
Seleucus.
Seleucus received Asia.
Uh-huh.
At that time elapsed, there was constant war between these two dynasties.
And that's documented history as well, but go ahead and read.
By the year 198 BC, the descendants of General Seleucus had their capital in Syria, I'm sorry, just north of Palestine. And in this same year, the Seleucid dynasty in Syria compelled Egypt to give up Palestine, the land of the Jews.
And you can read all this in the Maccabees too.
Wow.
But go ahead and read.
The king of Syria at this time was Antiochus
the third.
When Antiochus the fourth usurped the throne in Syria, 175 to from 163 to 175 BC. He entertained the thought of uniting Alexander's empire. This meant the conquest of Egypt. However, the province that bordered on Egypt was Palestine, which stood in his way. At this time, the Jews was not accepted Greek culture. Nevertheless, Antiochus was determined to Hellenize the Jews.
See that? Keep on reading, brother.
The army at Antiochus marched into Palestine to support
Melanius,
the leader of the Syrian party. As a result, many Jews were killed.
Many Jews were what?
Were killed. Others escaped to the hills and to Egypt.
Into what?
Into Egypt.
So hey, even under the Greek dynasty, we fled into Africa.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and read, brother.
Under those Jews that supported Antiochus, policy remained in Jerusalem. And edict
promulgated,
interdicting the observance of the holidays.
So they saying we couldn't do none of our holidays, which we read about all this in the Maccabees, but we just laying the foundation. Go ahead and read.
The Sabbath and the circumcision, a statue of Jupiter was erected in the holy temple above the altar. This statue that the people brought, they'll sacrifice a pig meat, the animal which is an abomination to the Jew.
That's right.
Because of this religious persecution, the legitimate high priest, Onias the third, and many other Jews fled into African countries such as Egypt, Ethiopia, and
Cyrenaica,
which is Libya. Throughout the last 2,500 years, the main factors that have contributed to the social migration of the Jews were war.
Well, what?
War.
So every time somebody brought war down there, man, we run.
Yes, sir.
And brothers, man, you can be standing around the crowd and just be talking to joker, don't know what's going on, and you see a bunch of brothers running, you go.
Right.
We ask questions later.
Right.
So every time somebody came up on us, not just when Rome came and finally ran us completely out,
right?
But man, even under the Greek dynasty, we fled into Africa. Now, you got to understand what we read here. You got people that know who they are.
That's right.
Fleeing into Africa for thousands of years. They doing this.
That's right.
Go ahead and read, Hebrew.
Religious persecution and commerce. All these factors was operating and gave rise to the African Jewish population.
Okay, keep on reading, brother, all the way down to the highlighted version.
Okay. In the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem. In 70 AD, General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to Jewish state with great slaughter.
With great what?
Slaughter.
Now I didn't bring this book in, but I could have brought the last 2 million years in, and man, they said over 500 Hebrews a day was put on crosses. They said the history books say the crosses were never bare. And you got the nerve to hang a cross around your neck. That cross killed your Messiah.
That's right.
And killed hundreds of thousands of your ancestors. They said, man, the crosses was never there. And when you type up cross in Google, you know the first thing come up? Roman death symbol. So you're gonna put
torture, right?
You're gonna put that Jesus piece you got. That little head.
Yeah.
When you a decapitated head was showing victory over your enemy. And you got that hanging around your neck. You got that symbol of death and murder on your chest. You think it's something holy.
Yes, sir.
Only people that's ignorant, and I'm being nice, would hang that around their neck.
More people paying for the lack of.
That's right. Continue to read, Hebrew.
During the period of the military governors of Palestine, many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people.
Right. That's right. They were raping all women, man, killing all women, all people, and torturing all people, man. Many atrocities were committed against the residue of the people, man. Go ahead, brother.
During the period from Pompey to Julius, it has been estimated that over 1 million.
1 million Jews fled into Africa. That's just during the time of the Roman Empire. We read about the Greek, all them people that fled in Africa under the Greek Empire. They said over 1 million Jews is estimated that fled under Roman rule. So where's all these people at? We're going to find out. Go ahead and read.
Fleeing from Roman persecution and slavery. The slave makers were full of...
The slave markets.
The slave markets were full of black Jewish slaves. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
We read it. We're going to read it again. Hey, script bearing up now.
Yes, sir.
Script bearing up. Go ahead and read.
From one end of the earth, even unto the other.
That's right.
And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known.
Even what?
Even wood and stone.
Now, we read that in the scriptures.
Yes, sir.
You see the scriptures bearing out?
Yes, sir.
We ran from Greek. We ran from Rome. And it showed you where we ran into. Even under the Greek Empire, we were running into Egypt.
Yeah.
And they said they were determined to Hellenize the Yahudim. They were determined, man, y'all gonna be like us. Forget your Sabbath days, forget your holy days, forget your circumcision. Y'all gonna be like us. As even as it is to this day. Wow. Let's go to the next place, Hebrew. All right, we're gonna drop that. And we going in the second edges. Now this is what I was saying. There's a little debate amongst Israelites where this land we finna read is. But we ain't gonna get into the debate. That's another lesson for another day, Hebrew.
That's right.
Y'all forgive you, bro. I'm getting happy over here again. We go in the second edges. It ain't came up. There you go. We go in the second edges, man. And we go in the second edges of 13, Hebrew.
Okay.
And we gonna pick it up. I don't know why I keep doing that. Matter of fact. Well, I can see it over there. Second edge is 13, and we're gonna pick it up at the 37. And just get some more, just keeping the chain of custody going, Hebrew.
Right.
Just keeping that chain of custody going. We're gonna make sure it's unbroken till we get to the Americans. All right.
Okay.
Second edge with the 13, and we're gonna pick it up at the 37. We're gonna read 37 through 45. Hebrew. What do it say?
And this my son shall rebuke the wicked inventions of those nations, which for their wicked life are fallen into the temple.
Now I just want to point something out. Learning something on our way to learning something. He said, "And this my son." That's capitalized in your book, ain't it?
That's right.
Oh, okay. So I thought you sure that you got these naysayers that he ain't talking about in the Apocrypha. They said he ain't talking about in the Apocrypha.
Yes, sir.
I can go all over this book to show you he talked about in the Apocrypha.
Yes, sir.
Because it's talking about when he come back, he's gonna set the record straight, man. You can read on up in that 32. He talking about his son gonna be declared. But I don't want to throw it off in there for the naysayer that like, he ain't talking about that Jesus, ain't talking about it now. Okay. Go ahead and read, bro.
38. And shall lay before them their evil thoughts. And the torments within wherewith they shall begin to be tormented.
Now, then they told me, they said it was all kind of atrocities against us one man.
Yeah.
He said, I'm finna do what y'all did to my people. I'm finna do the same thing, y'all. Go ahead and read what you sow. You reap what you sow. You do it to me. How do you finish with it, man? You finna get a whole bushel full. Continue reading, Hebrew.
Which are like unto the flame. And he shall destroy them without labor by the law.
By the what?
By the law. Which is like unto me.
Like unto fire. Go ahead and read.
And whereas thou sawest, he gathered another peaceable multitude.
Now this is when he gathered his children.
That's right.
He said after he get through dealing with them and he take this world down, then I'm gonna get my children back. He said that whereas thou sawest, he gathered another peaceable multitude. We didn't read all of Ezra because Ezra, he was telling Ezra a whole lot of stuff.
Right.
But he said, man, he gathered him another peaceable multitude unto him. Go ahead and read.
Those are the 10 tribes.
Those are the who?
The 10 tribes.
Wait a minute. We ain't talking about the southern king.
No, sir.
He said, those are the 10 tribes. Continue to read.
Which were carried away prisoners out of their own land. In the time of Hosea the king. On Salmanasseh, the king of Assyria, led away captive. And he carried them over the waters. And so they came there into another land.
To another land. Now, he said, so they came into another land. So they in Assyria now, but look at verse 41. What verse 41 say, Hebrew? What do you say?
But they took the counsel among themselves that they would lead the multitude of the heathen and go forth into further country where neither mankind dwell.
See now, a lot of Hebrews want to say this was the Americas. It's a debate in Israel about that. Man, it was Africa. Man, it was further on, like over in Mesopotamia, close to Iraq and Iran. And then some people say it was America. Some people say it was Africa. Well, all you got to do is keep reading. Just keep reading. What do they say?
That they'll keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land.
You know this is Israel. You didn't keep in your own land. You think you're going to get amongst the heathen or somewhere, and you're going to start keeping. So, look, bro, when you just take time to read, you know this can't be nobody but us. Man, I know we ain't doing it in our land, but we going to go somewhere ain't nobody in it, and then we going to start doing it. Well, you should have done it when you was in the land. You would never got kicked out. You know that's us, though.
That's right.
Go ahead, bro.
And they entered into Euphrates by the narrow places of the river. For the Most High then showed signs for them, and held still the flood till they were passed over. For through that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half.
Them folks traveled over a year and a half to this land. But see, he said the great river Euphrates. Man, Euphrates ain't in no America, man. Sure not. And so, but I can see that's another lesson another day. We can chop doctrine later on. But go ahead and read. He started back at that 45 years.
Right. But through that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half. In the same region is called
Osiris.
So
that's where people started looking at. You get into Pangea when there was one big land mass and all that, and they started debating what this land Asherah is, but we ain't gonna get into that tonight. But we just see that hey, even the 10 tribes, when they said, man, we finna get away from these heathens. But you see, these the ones that was taken out with Assyria. So we didn't cover the Babylonian Empire, we didn't cover the Greek Empire, the Roman Empire, even the Assyrian Empire. Saying that these folks was taken out of their land.
That's right.
We established a chain of custody.
Yes, sir.
Through history and scripture, right?
That's right.
Let's go and do some more history. I'm gonna wait till it flip up on you threw on that, ain't you? That was it on that what you call it, 45. Yeah, that was it on there. I'm gonna wait till it pop up on Facebook. We're gonna get into the Negro land. We got to get into Negro land, my brother. We're gonna get into this Negro land real quick. I'm trying to see where I'm at on here. Here we go. Yeah. All right, is it popped up on yours, Hebrew? Okay, yeah. So a new accurate map of Negro land. This map was put together back in the, I think, 16 or 1700s. Maybe even a little bit before that, but says adjacent countries also. Now I want y'all to pay attention to this. It says Upper Guinea, showing the principal European settlements distinguishing belonging to England, Denmark, Holland, the sea coast, and some of the rivers being drawn from surveyors' best modern maps and charts regulated by, I don't know who that name is, but it says Eamon Bowman. All right, so I just wanted to show that real quick. Now we're going to get into the map. I'm going to wait till the map pops up on Facebook because there's a little delay because this is very, very important when I'm going to show y'all. I don't know if y'all can see my cursor. Y'all can't hardly see my cursor, but I want to show y'all this, and I'll point you to the part of the map I want you to look at. As soon as it pops up on Facebook, then we'll get into it. I want the people on Facebook to be able to see it as well. All right. So there it is on Facebook, y'all. I wish it could be bigger, but hey, y'all bear with your brother. Let me do this right here. Maybe if I did this. That's a little bit bigger. I'm gonna get it, man. You working with it. let it get a little bit big on Facebook, y'all. Y'all got a little delay on Facebook. I want everybody to be on the same page, looking at the same thing when I'm speaking, because this part of it is very, very important. And as you get into this map, we're gonna start seeing that's a little bit bigger, but ain't much bigger, but it's a little bit bigger. But here we go. All right, so at the very top center, it's right there where it says country of Bambarus. Right below it, you see Timbuktu. Kingdom of Timbuktu is spelled differently, but they say that's how they spelled it back in the old world, old days. Timbuktu at the top center. If you go directly below it, all the way to the bottom where it says Upper Papua New Guinea, you see where it says Kingdom of Judah and the slave coast. To the right of that, you see Kingdom of Jabu and Kingdom of Aruba. That's important as well because there's a tribe called the Yoruba tribe that they say they Hebrew. Now, Timbuktu is important too because we just read some excerpts from that book. We're going to read a few more. But it says, we're going to read that book where the kings of Guyana they were Hebrew kings that was taking control or was fighting over Timbuktu, that was settled by other Hebrews who were converted to Muslims. We're going to read all this. But these were Hebrew brothers and sisters. All this region. And here's the slave coast. You see slave coast, you see the Gold Coast, the Two Coast, which is the Ivory Coast. All these places we're gonna see on other maps that these are where the slaves were taken from. If you look at the bottom down here in this little area along right here, it says Tooth Coast, Gold Coast, Slave Coast, right here under the Kingdom of Judah. You see that? And then look, right over to the right of it, it's cut off, but it says the Kingdom of Benjamin or Benjamin. So we're gonna get into this a little bit, y'all. Now, I want to show this picture. Most High led me to this picture. Now, this is the Tutsi Jews, and we're going to read about them in this book. They say Burundi, in the 1910s. These folks still over in Africa, man. But they call them Tutsi Jews. Wearing the kippah, the teletot, the telefin, the tofus of Cush Havilah. Now, these things I just named off is these garments and these head wraps they got, which we're finna read some. And it says, thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thy hand, and they shall be frontlets between thine eyes. These little head guards right here, it's got the law written on. Now, that's in Davarim 6 and 7, which is Psalm. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Then let's read what it says. It said the Tutsi Jews, named after the Hebrew Satanim, the Tutsis, those who will go forward. Now the word Hebrew means not of this world or from the other side. Mm-hmm. You know, we got a saying, and Hebrews got a saying up there, STL, we just Hebrews passing through. You hear me? So one who will go, those who will go forth are a renowned nomadic, semi-nomadic, agri-pastoralist people of Eastern and Central Africa, also called the Great Lakes or Kingdoms of the Mountains of the Moon, from the local Judeo-Cushite Hebrew denomination Bashim Oaz or Bakwazi, the Bakwazi, I'm sorry, those who are originated from the strength of the name Bashim. You know how we say Yahweh Bashim Hamashiach Yahweh, the name. This is what these people, they saying this, man, these folks in Africa. Bashim, the name, the mountains of the moon, was given to the Tutsi Jewish kingdoms by a geographer, mathematician, and astronomer. Y'all know I'm messing up the English word, but Rabbi Maranius of Tyre, one among many Talmudic scholars who used to visit the Tutsi Jewish kingdoms of the Great Lakes region and to learn as much as they could from the scientists and the Torah scholars of that long-established Jewish nation. These folks were studying Torah in Africa. They just took on different names, tribal names, when they fled into Africa. You know how we click up? You know, we got some brothers call themselves Crip and Blood. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We got fraternities and all. We just take on different names, but we still Hebrew. That's right. You see what I'm saying? Right. I'm from South Memphis, I'm from North Memphis. You see what I'm saying? Right. Same thing happening right here. Same thing. All right, it tells you, it kind of documents where you can go see this. See Litra D. Arsteri, well, you know I can't pronounce it. This is 1213 in his notes that he wrote this. This is back in the 11th century, bro. Wow. 1213. His notes from 1213, man. And another brother republished it in 1962. It's documented here. That's right. The heathens telling on their side. Yes, sir. Let's go to this book right here, brother. I'm gonna wait till it pop up over there. I want the people to see, because we're gonna be in and out of this book. Cause we walking it down, man. Yes, sir. We walking it down. All praise to the Most High. All praise. We walking it down. I know a lot of people don't get into the history of when we fled into Africa. They just come on way over here and say we Hebrew because we came on slave. But we gonna see all of it tonight, and then we gonna get into the elders that the Most High put on their heart and their spirit to touch their mind. Cause a lot of these brothers, man, I know two of these brothers. They had an out-of-body experience, and man, the Most High, dude said he was just sitting up in his house, man, staring. The Most High told him, you a Hebrew. So you gonna take us, we were gonna walk with you. Y'all gonna have to walk with me down this path. we establishing that chain of custody. That's right. Now this is the book we're gonna be in and out of today and tomorrow, my brothers and sisters. It's called The Black Jews in Africa and the Americas. We got the book right here, my brother Rob holding it up. The Black Jews in Africa and the Americas, written by a heathen called Tudor Parfit. That's the heathen that wrote this book. And I give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High. That's right. For letting these heathens tell on themselves. We're going to pages, we're going to be on page 11 and 12 right now, but we're going to be in and out of this book. Yes, sir. Tonight and tomorrow. Yes, sir. All right, so we're going to page 11, bro. We're going to just pick it up because it starts off. And this is what we're going to be doing. We're just going to be taking fragmentary glimpses at different people. Now, in this book, brothers and sisters, I admonish y'all to get this book. It's about 27 heathens over the centuries, from the 10th all the way down to the 17th century, saying the Jews is black. And the ones they found over here in America are descendants of those Hebrews. We're going to read all of them. The ones they found. The one they found. We're going to read about Christopher Columbus. Come on. Going to blow your mind when we read that. But go ahead and start. We're on page 11, man, where it says, in these fragmentary glimpses? Go ahead and read, brother.
In these fragmentary glimpses drawn from a variety of sources, we can see that Jews were considered to be black, to have a number of African physical qualities, and ultimately to have a good deal of African blood. Similarly, black Africans in the 19th century and before, in a vast and extraordinary number of cases, were thought to be Jews.
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? This brother said from the early 19th century and before, in a vast extraordinary number of cases, were thought to be Yahudim. Continue to read.
And indeed, to have both Jewish characteristics and to be descendants from ancient Israelite stock.
It's documented history.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and read. We're going to get some other people going to say the same thing. Go ahead and read.
From medieval times to the present, Jews have been thought to have black blood in their veins.
Go ahead, brother.
To have a number of African physical and other characteristics.
Go ahead.
Including the African nose.
You got that big fat nose. I know I got one. Go ahead and read.
African proportions. And African skin color.
We covered it all tonight, ain't we?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and read.
Similarity, over the same time span in a long-running discourse, many black Africans was assumed to have Jewish blood.
Many black Africans? I wonder where they got that from. Go ahead and read.
Jewish characteristics, Jewish looks, Jewish ability, and Jewish habits.
Now we know this up. Heathen writing this thing. They keep saying Jewish. But we know what the business is. But go ahead and read, brother.
The supposedly Jewish origins of some black African communities were taken to explain a wide variety of hard to understand African customs and beliefs, which were assumed to be predicated upon Jewish customs and beliefs. Often colonial officials and missionaries imagined that various African language was connected.
Wait a minute now, y'all listening to what this brother been reading. The various African languages were connected with what?
Hebrew.
Aramaic.
Other Semitic.
That's who we are.
I mean, Semitic tongue.
That's who we are.
That's right.
We spoke Hebrew during the time of Yeshua. They were speaking Aramaic, and we all from the seed of Shem.
That's right.
So, who is these people? Ding, ding, ding. But we ain't through yet.
No,
we ain't never about through.
No, sir.
We're going to stump this monkey dead. Go ahead and read.
And frequently they would maintain that they derive directly from Hebrew. Such identifications were made out of genuine desire to comprehend the seemingly impenetrable customs,
that's right,
religions, and language encountered on the colonial frontier.
Go ahead, brother. Indiographers,
missionaries.
Now I want y'all to stop right there before you go to the next page. Say what an I want to make sure everybody understood what an indiographer was. Ethnographer. It's a field study of at least a year. These people spend at least a year with all these different tribes and whatnot. And it says of a people and of its culture, way of life, and their religious belief. So these people spending years over here with these people. Like, man, these folks, I think something going on. They might be for real though. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's go to the next page. Hold on, Hebrew. Let me get this page up and let it wait till it pop up on there, and then we're gonna continue on from there because I want to get into this right here. Cause we seen all them. I showed you the picture of the Tixies, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Wait till it pop up over there, Hebrew. At the end, then going on in there. There we go. It popped up. Now go on, finish what you were reading, then go back to the next page, to 12.
Ethnographer, missionary, colonial, civil servants, and travelers time and time again maintain that African tribes, including the social,
Massaji,
Musashi, Yoruba,
Shona,
Igbo.
And y'all know about the Igbos now. Go ahead and read.
Zulus,
Hottentots, Tutsis, Ashanti,
and many more practice Jewish customs.
Now, it said many ethnographers, civil service, and travelers time and time again maintained that all these African tribes maintained Jewish customs.
Yeah. Man.
Go ahead and read, Hebrew.
Spoke particularly Jewish language
and
were of Jewish biological origin.
And were Jewish biological origin and what?
Of the seed of Abraham.
Now, I don't know how much planning you can make. I always used to wonder, man, I was born in the 60s, you know what I'm saying? I was born in the late 60s, coming up in the 70s, you know.
Right.
And you know, they had all those sitcoms and shows. You would always hear white people always ask me, what tribe you from?
Yeah.
I know why they asked me what tribe I'm from now. Because they knew who I was. I just didn't know who I was.
That's right.
Go ahead and read, man.
This was one of the developments that had fed into the creation of the worldwide phenomenon of Black Judaism. Today there are millions of Black Jews, Israelites, or Hebrews. Most of them are at least partially Christians in Africa, Europe, and the Americas, who practice some aspect of Judaism or have some kind of Israelite, Jewish, Hebrew identity.
Well, we try to throw them curveballs off there, Donald. Go ahead.
And who in most cases believe that they are descendants from the ancient Hebrews.
Man, we know we don't believe nothing. Go ahead.
Whereas there were many reasons for this. The deeply held conviction that Jews were black or dark and that Jews and blacks had the same blood, no doubt played a predominant role.
Now, you see this right here? Now, I want to show this because we went into Negro land.
Right.
We showed them tribes and all that. We seen Yorubas and all that on that map, right?
That's right.
Now, these folks been over there time and time again, spent years on end, and find out, man, these folks, they know they from the seed of Abraham.
Yeah.
And this is important to establish the chain of custody. Because them same jokers that was over in these tribes that got put on them slave ships knew who they were. Guess what? They didn't lose that when they came over here.
They sure didn't.
They didn't lose that.
Sure didn't.
Let's go to the next place, bro. We're going back to Timbuktu. We're going to page 96. I want to read this. Then we're going to read something else.
96.
Yeah, I'm sorry, brother, 95. No, my bad, bro. I'm sorry, bro. 95, man. Yeah, 95. The Empire of Mali. Now, I don't know if any of my brothers and sisters ever heard of Mali, but I know some of my brothers and sisters have heard of Mali. And we know who established the kingdom of Timbuktu. It was Hebrew. Now we finna read it.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and read, brother.
The Emperor of Mali is also called the Palestine Empire. And the word Mali is derived from Mandingo.
From who?
Mandingo.
Wait a minute, Mandingo. We said that was one of the Hebrew tribes they found, didn't it?
That's right.
Go ahead and read, brother.
Grammatical root meaning free. The rulers and people of the Empire of Mali was black Africans of the Mandingo tribe. This tribe was originally situated in the territory known today as Guinea,
Sierra Leone. Now, we showed y'all that on that map. New Guinea. We seen that in the map.
Yeah.
Now, keep on reading, brother.
And northward, on the banks of the upper Niger. Upper Niger.
But hey, that word mean black. You can read about a brother in the New Testament. They called him Niger.
Sure did.
And when you look that up, black.
Yep.
Go ahead and read.
Upper Niger near the present day
Sierra Leone.
The Mandingos established their capital at the place called Naomi. After the breakup of the
Guyana
Empire by invasions from many tribes. Ghana split apart into a number of states, both in the capital of Ghana, Gayo. Is that Gayo?
Good.
The Hebrew Zakim continued to reign.
The who?
Hebrew Zakim.
The Hebrew Zakim continued to reign in Guyana.
Yes, sir.
Wait a minute. These brothers is fighting against each other. But man, look, they was reigning in Guyana. A Hebrew.
That's right.
The Hebrew king. Zah. Continue to reign. Continue to read, my brother.
Many people who were subject to Ghana proclaimed their independence after chaos set in. The most celebrated of these people were the Mandingos, who established a nucleus of a new empire about the middle of the 13th century.
Now, you remember that movie back in the 70s came out, Mandingo?
Yeah.
Well, when he wanted to slave?
Yeah.
Okay. So we got now. They tell on themselves now.
Yes, sir.
They tell on themselves.
Yes, sir.
But they won't try to hide stuff, but they don't want to tell it. But see, most high put it in their mouth to tell it.
That's right.
Go ahead and read, bro.
There are several important factors that we must consider in order to comprehend the rise of Mali.
Mali. That's right.
Mali. First of all, Mali had received an
impetuous
and significant influence from her predecessors, Ghana.
From the north to the north, I mean.
To the north.
So Mali was heavily influenced by Hebrew.
That's right.
Go ahead and read.
This influence can be explained in political, economic, and religious ways.
In what kind of way?
Religious ways. The Muslim merchants of the north and the Sahara had their trading centers in the city of Ghana. The Mandingo traders of Mali traded with the Muslims in those days and to same extent today. Commerce and religion have operated together.
Commerce and what?
And religion.
That's where they get that. Where they start catching you up in them churches on them tied out. You didn't see that? See, hey man, look, I keep telling you, bro. All you gotta do is slow down and get some understanding.
That's it.
Go ahead and read Hebrew.
The Mandingo merchants recognize the advantage of the rapidly growing, powerful, influential culture and religion of the Muslims in the north.
Indeed. Oh, okay. As a result, what happened?
As a result, the Mandingo merchants played a great part in the transportation of Islam to their people.
So the Mandingo went from being Hebrew to start doing worshiping Allah.
Yes, sir.
So the one that was run that was influenced in Timbuktu or built Timbuktu, they became Muslims. But they was originally Hebrews, man.
Yeah.
So now, see, that they chain of custody. We keep it, we walking it down, Hebrew.
Sure is.
Continue to read.
Yeah. The Mandingo were a successful agricultural people. They were blessed with the availability of rivers, which they used for irrigation. They grew rice and other staples, which contribute to a rapidly growing population.
All right, hold on. Let me click over to the next page, brother, and so the people can read that. Wait till they click over on your side, and then we'll continue to read. I want everybody to read along with us. We got a delay on Facebook, family. Should be coming on. Okay, go ahead, my brother.
The people of Mali had enough grain to sell to the people of Sahara in the north.
Right.
They developed market towns, which later grew into cities and states.
Go ahead.
With their trading ability, their skills, and vigorous energy, Davison said the Mandigos became rich.
The Mandingo became what?
Rich.
Okay. Now, we finna see something. Go ahead and read.
Davison continued. With the collapse of Ghana as an empire, their chance of large political power was open.
Right.
They grasped at it with a sure hand.
Who grabbed that with a sure hand? The one that converts to Islam.
Yeah.
Go ahead and read.
In dealing with the kings of Mali, What's that?
That's right. Inbin
Kalundum is rated as our best authority.
He wrote. Now look where he wrote this in 1376, which is the 12th century. Go ahead and read.
The king of Mali, who is rendered credit for the establishment and organization of an imperial system in Mali, was
Sandida.
The year that Mandingo state rose to imperial power is dated from 1240.
From 1240, that's even further back. Right. That's in the 11th century.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and read.
In this year, a decisive battle was fought between the Mandingos and the people from
Takur.
Eventually,
Taru, I'm sorry.
Taru. Eventually,
Amaradis
from the medieval
I can't see it. Mauritania,
Sudanian, defeated the Samaguru and his people, who had captured the seat of the Hebrew king.
Wait a minute. Captured the seat of the who?
The Hebrew kings of Ghana.
All this infighting between Hebrews.
Yeah.
Some who are still Hebrews and some who were converted to Islam. But they all Hebrew. Go ahead and read, brother.
Imposed a tribute on them. Like other kings of the Western Sudan, Sundiata knew that the power was contingent on wealth. Most of the wealth was in trade, and most of the trade was in the hands of Muslims. Consequently, he converted to Islam.
So this dude here, he knew, man, if I want to get this money, I got to go to this other thing.
Yes, sir.
So this dude, he was a Hebrew. He said, man, I see where all the money from. If I'm going to get this money, I'm going to have to convert over. So it's a lot of Hebrew, just like it is today. It's more. See, history just keep repeating itself, don't it?
Yes, sir.
Because it's all about the money. See, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to say this for the mob. I'm going to say this now, Hebrew. See, I ain't going to say it. Go ahead and read. I'm going to hold my tongue.
Okay.
I'm going to hold my tongue, but go ahead and read. We're going to read down to where I got it. Highlight there. We're going to move on to the next thing. Go ahead.
Almost 100 years after the death of
Sundiata,
a powerful king emerged in Mali.
What was his name?
His name was Mansa.
Mansa Musa. Everybody heard of Mansa Musa now. Everybody heard of him. Go ahead.
During his lifetime, 1312 to 1337, his accomplishments transcended his predecessors. His empire extended from east to west, beginning at the Atlantic Ocean to northern Nigeria, and from north to south, reaching almost from Mauritania and extended to the borders of Guinea, and the Ivory Coast.
Now the Ivory Coast, we seen that on that map, didn't we?
Yes, sir.
So now I want to show the people something. See, we just got to read about all that infighting, didn't we?
Yes, sir.
Now I want y'all to look at this map right here. I'm gonna wait till it pop up on Facebook because I want the people to see this map. Dang. See, we ain't leaving no doubt tonight. We gonna make sure everybody know who the players on the table is.
Yes, sir.
And when it pop up on Facebook, we gonna get into this. Because we read about all these different names and tribes and all these folks converting over to Islam and all that different thing.
Yeah.
All right, now look at this. It says right here at the top left, it says North Africa and the Israelite migrations, Israelites in Africa. Look right over here. There go Ashanti and Yoruba. Now they say they Israelites, just like the other books say. That's the third witness, ain't it, man?
That's it.
In the mouth of three or more witnesses, let every matter be established.
That's right.
I said the true Israelites were scattered in all directions. The slaves that were brought to America are descendants of those Israelites that were dispersed into Africa many years ago, about 2,500 years ago. Cyrene, these are all dynasties. The Cyrene dynasty, 125 CE, Israelites attempt to establish a Hebrew. Let me see if I can blow this up. Israelites established a Hebrew African empire Roman suppression forces further Israelite migrations into Africa. The Elephantine Empire, 600 BCE. Israelites established a garrison. 70 CE, Romans conquer and enslave over 100,000 Israelites. I ain't gonna read this, but I want to get down here and show the correlation right here. Ghana, 300 CE, Hebrew dynasty established by Za. Did we read about him?
Yeah.
Za el Yemeni, last about 1,000 years, finally known as the Songhai Empire. And you can read about the rest of these empires on your own. And like I say, anybody that wants this PowerPoint, I'll be more than glad to send it to you. All praise to the Most High.
Yes, sir.
But you see that we read about the Niger River. Now here's Mansa Musa. This is an ancient portrait of this brother. Now they say this brother, man, almost collapsed the economy because when he would leave prisoners in, his prisoners would be in chains of gold. He didn't have an old iron shackle on his prison. His prisoners wore chains of gold. They said back in his day, he was worth $4 billion back in his day. Imagine what he will be worth today. This is a Hebrew that was converted to Muslim, Islam, or whatever, back in Timbuktu and Mali. You see what I'm saying? Hey man, this is a well documented brother you can go back and read about. But these are all Israelites, man.
Yes, sir.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
That's Mansa Musa. Yeah. You can go back and put now. I'm waiting till the other picture jump up. I'm waiting till this other picture jump up. Wait till y'all see this because we're gonna show y'all a picture or a portrait of ancient Timbuktu. Then we're gonna show y'all some modern day pictures. And man, the modern day buildings look like what's on the picture.
That's right.
I know the people on YouTube can see it, but I want my brothers and sisters on Facebook to catch up. Now look at this picture, man. Look over here to the right. You see these sticks and stuff coming out the building right here, bro?
Yes, sir.
And these are all this right here. Look at it. Now the pictures over to the left, those three pictures, that's modern day real life.
That's right.
And look at this brother, look like one of my uncles down at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? But you can see, even today, this is how Timbuktu looks today. It looks like they're right now in this day. That's something else, man. Yeah. Let's go to the next pic. Let me slide down, y'all. Right here. Let me go to the next pic. Look at this right here. These are the libraries that are still at Timbuktu, but the Muslims been going and destroying the books. And it's ancient history in these books, bro. Look at them books, man.
Yes, sir.
This stuff is here today.
And they destroying.
They coming in there destroying them. They've been having to get the government to come in and keep them from destroying these libraries, man. You see the heathen got their nose poked off in them.
Yes, sir.
You see that, don't you? Examining ancient manuscripts. Y'all can see that. But you see they've been coming and destroying these libraries that are still at Timbuktu. And these look at they got cases and cases of these ancient manuscripts, bro. Yeah.
On the floor.
And you see this was all brought about by Hebrew.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So we got a rich history, man.
Yeah.
We got a rich history, bro. From Israel even into Africa, we were still ruling and reigning and having culture, communities and whatnot.
That's right.
Look at all them books, man. Them ain't no small amount of books, and it will make more than they done burned a lot of them. Documenting our history. That's something else, right? I just want to share that and show y'all the correlation of the ones going into the Africa. Even after they fled from Israel, they established kingdoms.
That's right.
Even amongst the scattered tribe, we still established kingdoms. Now, you can go into the Dark Ages. In Europe, we were running everything. We're going to do a lesson on that. We ain't leave nobody. We going to do it in this lesson. We're going to do another lesson on it.
We're going to bring it all.
We're going to bring it. Ain't nowhere to run, ain't nowhere to hide. Let's go to the next script, bro.
Yes, sir.
Let's go to Baruch. We'll wait till it pop up over there.
Okay.
We're going to go to Baruch, the 4th. Baruch, the chapter the 4th. And we're going to pick it up at we're going to read verses 6 through 8, Hebrew. Cause now we didn't got they in Africa. They didn't establish kingdom in Africa. Now we finna get them off the shores of Africa. Huh? And we walking down, amen.
Yes, sir. We walking.
Walking.
It took them a year and a half.
Yes, sir. It took them, we gonna take that long. Folks be dead. They turn it up by then, brother. Baruch, chapter 4 and verse 6, man.
Yes, sir.
What do it say, Hebrew?
You were sold to the nations, not for your destruction.
Not for your destruction.
But because you moved y'all to wrath.
That's right.
You were delivered unto the enemies. For you provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devil.
So you started sacrificing to the devil. You know about when the northern kingdom, man, them jokers off the way.
Yes, sir.
Northern kingdom was going crazy.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and read.
And not to Yah.
Mm-hmm.
Ye have forgotten the everlasting Yah that brought you up, and you have grieved Jerusalem that nursed you.
You have grieved Jerusalem that nursed you, man.
That's
so
right.
Get what? He said you were sold to the nations, but not for your destruction. But because you move your Elohim to wrath. We can look at this slave trade now, man.
Yes, sir.
We can look at this slave trade now,
Yes,
Hebrew.
sir.
Look at this right here. Wait till it pop up over there on Facebook. Nah, you see that?
Yes,
Oh, what happened?
Sorry.
What happened?
We're having trouble.
On Facebook?
Video.
Oh, man, Facebook. Oh, man, Facebook tripping. Hold on, let me minimize this. Because these jokers tripping, man. They must have cut us off. We don't even know.
Yeah, you put too much.
Hold on, man. Let me escape on this, bro. Because these jokers are tripping, man. How do I get out of here? Let me get out of this.
Brothers and sisters,
I got it.
Facebook have trouble playing this video right now.
I don't know how to get out of this so I can go back to Facebook. Let me click out of here. Y'all bear with us, family. Y'all bear with us. We're trying to get out of this so we can see what's going on. Now. Now I can minimize. All right. Man, I'm seeing that. Hey, somebody put me a 7. You still live on Facebook, yeah, but they ain't let me play my PowerPoint. My whole lesson is a PowerPoint.
Yeah,
let me stop sharing. Let me stop sharing, and let me get back. See if I can if I can pull that PowerPoint back up, y'all. They reboot your Rob. Hit that refresh at the top.
Okay.
Hit that refresh at the top, people.
Okay.
Yeah. Hit your again.
Hit play.
Yeah. Hit play. They ain't let me play that. All right. Hold on, family. Now,
Something coming up.
Yeah, I clicked out of. Let me get back in here. All right, we back on live. Hit your refresh one more time, Hebrew. They trying to, boy, they don't want this. They don't want this information going out. Let me see, Hebrew. Let's try to let me minimize again. I'm gonna try to share my PowerPoint again, family. We right back at it. All right, let me minimize this joint. Let me minimize it. And then I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna try to share my screen one more time. We got to share the screen because the whole lesson is the PowerPoint, Hebrew.
That's right.
It ain't doing.
Nope.
All right, hold on. I ain't got it back in there yet. Hold on. Hey, yeah, tell all the Facebook users to get on YouTube, Hebrew.
Okay.
Trying to see. Hold on.
Yeah, type it in.
No, you just tell them. Just tell them get on YouTube.
Yeah, all the Facebook users, y'all please go to your YouTube channel.
Yeah,
you can continue in the lesson with the PowerPoints because for some reason Facebook is not letting the PowerPoints being displayed.
Right. We
rebuke that.
Y'all can stay on Facebook. Y'all ain't gonna be able to see the PowerPoint, and the PowerPoint is the lesson. Cause we giving them facts.
That's right.
They don't like that. They don't like that. But hey, all praise to the Most High. We back. Wardy P, let me know if you can see that PowerPoint, Hebrew. I know you on there strong, 10 toes down on that joint. It's back up. Okay, all right, we back in business. We back in business, Facebook. All right, check it out, y'all. So now we just read the Baruch 4, correct, my brother?
That's right.
All right, so now he said he sold us to the nation.
That's right.
So let's look at this slave trade for a little bit, Hebrew. Let's look at this slave trade, if we can. Now I want to look at this right here.
Yes,
now,
sir.
contrary to popular belief, and I tell a lot of people this right now, they look at me like I'm crazy. But this is here to prove. It was more slaves sold in Central and South America than came to North America.
Yes, sir.
See, a lot of people don't know it's more Hebrews in Central and South America than it is in America. North America, I mean. So, but you can see, I just want to show this because he said he sold us, right? Now, I'm going to show you the slickness.
Come on.
Can I show you the slickness?
Yes, sir.
Look at this. What did this right here say?
1650.
To 1860, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, I'm going to show you another map. See, the slave trade started in 1400. Oh, yeah. But see, they try to throw y'all with these numbers.
Okay.
But we know, because guess what? We're going to go back in these books, and we're going to really find out what the business is. But look at here, y'all. Now, they had tobacco farms, coffee farms, cotton farms, sugar farms. Man, they even had our brothers and sisters, man, working in these mines, these gold mines and stuff, bro. You know, that mine is some hard, back-breaking work.
Yes, sir.
You know, so, man, look, in Central America, and then where all that gold, that city of gold and stuff is, that's all they were doing, is mining in them caves, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
You see this? Man, they were doing, man. But we finna get into a little something else a lot of people don't know. But look what it said. An estimate of nearly 15 million slaves were brought to the Americas. Another 2 million estimated died at sea. And another 4 million died in the raids in Africa and while marching to the slave ports, bro. Wow. This is the people robbed and spoiled. They're all of them snared and hold, and they are hid in prison house. Therefore, spoiled, and none say deliver. Huh?
Yes, sir.
And none say restore. Who among you will give in to this? Who will hearken and hear for the time to come? Huh? Who gave Jacob for the spoil? And Israel to the robbers? Did not your crop? He against whom we have sinned? For we would not hearken unto his way, neither were we obedient unto his law. Come on. Man. That's it. Between 1650 and 1860, approximately 10 million to 15 million enslaved people were transported from Western Africa. Ain't that where the slave coast and the gold coast and the two coast was? Remember Sierra Leone? All that right there. Then we see all that. So they telling them they said.
Sure is.
Shipped to the West Indies, Central America, and South America, and North America, of course. But it showed you what they were doing. But we finna read something else, brother. We finna see something else. I want to show y'all something else. You see that? Tobacco, coffee, cotton. Now, one would have to ask, what were they getting for? Well, we're going to let the scriptures tell you. Now, look, check this out, family. I want y'all to see the way to the Facebook, man. When I seen this, man, I said, these folks know what they doing. Look at this right here, family. This is the infamous Judah Aquauda slave port in Benin, West Africa, from which millions of Hebrew slaves were scattered to the four corners of the earth. Now, it's a documentary on YouTube and Discovery Channel about this place. This document. And they called it Judah. They called it Judah, brother.
Yes, sir.
Now, the reason why I put these pictures over here, we just seen the West Indies and all that. Yeah. Now, you know, them jokes came up with that 12 tribe talking about the Indians and the Mexicans. No, These Indians and these Mexicans, the one that was born out of slavery in Cuba, Mexico, and South America.
Yes, sir.
These are the true children of Israel.
Yes,
look at that, look at that
yes,
Iman right there in Cuba, man.
Yes, sir.
The little sister in Mexico, Bolivia, Panama, Haiti, Colombia.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
Not them
heathen. Lighter portion.
No, these are the
not
true children. No, these were the ones family was brought to the Americas in chains. Whose forefathers survived those brutal months on the sea.
Yes, sir.
Huh? Being peed on and defecated on while being transported over here. In the bottom of a ship with no air conditioning, heat, and all feces and urine all over. These are ones of the descendants of we are the ones who are descendants of the ones who survived that.
That's right.
Who survived the mining and the slave and the cotton fields and the tobacco field. These are the ones right here, brother. Not them ones that look like somebody else.
Come on. Not the whitewash.
But you see what they call them? Judah.
Yes, sir.
Come on now.
Exactly. From which many the Hebrew slaves.
Yeah.
Scattered to the four corners of the earth.
We walking it down, so we know. Sir. Now, let's go read this Deuteronomy 6:8 real quick. It's very familiar passage of script. But we had to read it, and we're gonna read enough. We're gonna see something else on this slave trade too, brother. Man, maybe mad when I thought about it, but it was scripture though.
That's right.
Deuteronomy 28:6, my brother. When you get it, go ahead and read.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
With what?
With ships.
Mm-hmm.
By the way whereof I spoke unto thee. Mm-hmm. Thou shalt see it no more again.
Right.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemy for bond men and bond women, and no man shall buy you.
You see them packed on that ship like rats on them, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Like old elder used to say, they stacked up like planks. You see it, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Well, we didn't. Hey, man, I was gonna say we didn't pay the cost. No, we ain't.
No, sir.
But we've been paying though, ain't it, man?
We've been paying.
But we ain't paid the cost, man.
No, sir.
We ain't went do nothing with our master.
I'll tell you, I'm beside.
That's right.
He didn't want to pay the cost.
That's right. Go to the next. Now I want y'all to check this out. I know a lot of my brothers and sisters have heard of the triangle trade.
Yes, sir.
Cause I'm bringing this up for a specific reason, Hebrew. Cause we're gonna read something in the scripture that even describe this triangle trade. We're gonna read. I'm waiting for it to pop up on Facebook. We're gonna read something in the scripture that even verify the triangle trade. These folks, man, put the misuse view down on us, bruh. But look, the triangle trade, slave trade in the Atlantic was part of a system known as the triangular trade on the first leg of their three-part journey, often called the triangular trade. Europeans shipped both manufactured goods, weapons, and even liquor to Africa in exchange for slaves on the second leg. So they came from Europe to Africa. On the second leg, they transported African men, women, and children to the Americas to serve as slaves. And on the third leg, they exported to Europe the sugar, rum, cotton, tobacco. They left out the gold and the silver.
Yeah.
Tobacco produced by enslaved labor force. Now, why you bring this? Put this in here, Brother T. Well, number one, I want to show y'all something. But number two, I want to show y'all how the scriptures just jump off the page when you have some understanding. Go to Joel, brother.
Okay.
Joel 3. They say they brought stuff in and traded it for slaves, right? One of them was liquor, wasn't it?
That's right.
Okay, look what the Joel 3 saying. Joel 3:3. What did it say, Hebrew?
Okay, 3 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
And they have cast lot for my people.
Uh-huh.
And have given a boy for a harlot.
Uh-huh.
And sold a girl for wine.
Then they say they bring the stuff in and trade it for slaves.
Yes, sir.
And you know about the buck breaking stuff going. They say they traded a boy for a harlot and sold a girl for some wine. Then they bring the liquor in and got the women and the children.
Yeah.
There it is, jumping off the page on it.
That's it.
You were a means of exchange.
Yeah.
That's all your body. That's all you were. Wow. And the scripture told you what was gonna go down.
Sure did.
Go ahead and read.
and girl for wine that they might drink.
Mm-hmm.
Ye, or what ye have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coasts of Palestine? Will ye render me a recompense? And of ye recompense me swiftly and speedily will I return your recompense upon your own head.
Go ahead. So you ain't better pay him back. Y'all got to pay what y'all wait when it's time, partner.
That's right. Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples.
Come on now.
My goodly pleasant things.
The
children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem.
The children of who? Did we see that Judah, that port called Judah?
Yeah.
The children of Judah, and sold them to who?
The children of Jerusalem.
And sold.
And you sold unto the Grecians.
The who?
The Grecians. That ye might remove them far from their border.
Now we saw we got removed far from our border.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next place. Go back to Baruch. We just putting this thing together, bro. We ain't gonna leave them. See, we don't do house full of gown doctrine. We don't leave flanks open. We try not to through the grace and power of the Most High. We try not to leave the heart flanks open. Because I don't want nobody. Well, see, brother, you forgot about this. No, we ain't forgetting about nothing.
Yes, sir.
We ain't leaving no flanks open.
That's right.
You ain't even come back with, man, yeah, I know you said, but see right here. No. We making sure every angle covered.
Yes, sir.
Baruch, we going back to Baruch 4. This time we're going to read just 2 verses, 18 and 21. Okay. Baruch 4, 18 and 21. When you get it, my brother, go ahead and read.
Okay. For he that brought these plagues upon you will deliver you from the hands of your enemies. Go your way, O my children.
Right.
Go your way, for I am left desolate. I have put off the clothing of
skip down 21. Skip down 21.
Be of good cheer, O my children. Cry unto the Lord, and he will deliver you from the power and hand of the enemies. Okay.
Now we go on to Isaiah. We moving right along. We got about 5 more places to go. We're gonna be through this part 1. We going to Isaiah the 51. Okay. Isaiah the 51, because he gonna tell you something right here. Isaiah 51, we're gonna read verses 7 and 8. There's something here I want to, at the very end, he gonna give us a hard hit, but then he gonna tell us something at the end, bro. Go ahead and read.
7 and 8. Hearken unto me, ye that know righteousness.
Wait a minute. Hearken unto me, ye that know righteousness.
That's right.
Not everybody know righteousness.
That's right.
So what is righteousness? The keeping of the law, the understanding of the law, and the doing of the law. He said, hearken unto me, ye that know righteousness. Go ahead and read.
The people in whose heart is my law.
Oh, okay. I thought they said, the new book, he gonna, see, Joe be talking that man. This in the Old Testament,
Yes, sir.
He said, in whose mind? Did he say the new covenant, he gonna put the laws in your heart and your mind?
That's right.
What's this?
The same thing.
Oh, okay. I may be retarded, but it sounds like the same thing to me. Go ahead, bro.
For ye not the reproach of men. Neither be ye afraid of their ravenous.
That's right. Now, verse 8, what did it say?
For the north shall eat them up. For the moth shall eat them up like a garment. And the worm shall eat them like wool.
But what?
But my righteousness shall be forever, and my salvation from generation to generation.
Well, how you gonna get it from generation to generation? If we confused in the faith.
That's right.
Wait a minute now. If we don't know who we are, if we lying, how you getting it from generation to generation? It got to be a chain of custody, don't it?
That's right.
Somebody gonna have to carry this thing on down through the line. It's just like, bro, Rob, and I hate to think of more of the thing, but I just got to say it like I feel it, bro. If we fall asleep, the young gunners got to take it on down through the next generation.
That's right.
Ain't we leaving a legacy for the young gunners?
Come on.
They got to leave. We got some short ladies around all sitting alone. Real
That's right.
come on, little bit short ladies.
Yeah.
Man, somebody got to raise them up in the fear and admonition of the Most High.
Right.
He said from generation to generation, somebody got to teach it.
You got to be taught.
We got to leave a chain of custody, unbroken truth to the next generation.
That's right. That's right.
So I really, if I would have read the scripture years ago, I wouldn't have to ask the question. Who taught him and who taught him and who taught somebody?
That's right.
But we know we got to know who.
We
gonna find out. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next place, Bruce. Where we at? We're going back to the black Jews in Africa and the Americas. Is that right, my brother?
Yes, sir.
All right. We're going back. We're going to page 4. We can talk about your boy, old Christopher. Oh, Christopher. You know, when Christopher in 1492, when Christopher sailed the ocean blue, and then when they taught us in school,
yes,
some straight hot summer garbage. We going back to the black Jews in Africa and the Americas, page 4, my brothers and sisters. I'm going to get it up on the screen for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
No, you all right. I just want to get it back and forth the screen for the people.
Okay.
And let me see if I can blow this up a little bit for ya. We on page 4. We just gonna read the highlight, bro. On that one, okay?
Okay.
We're gonna read the highlight on that. Wait till it click up on the screen for my Facebook brothers and sisters.
Okay.
And gonna look at it. So it's kind of slow on there. Okay, there we go.
There we go.
All right, we on page 4, my brother.
Okay.
We on page 4. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4. After this one, y'all, we're gonna end it for the night. Then we're gonna pick back up on the elders tomorrow. We on page 4, Hebrew. What do it say, man?
A long European tradition maintained that the Jews in general were certainly black.
Now, we ain't say they sold it to the Europeans, then.
That's right.
Okay, go ahead.
Metaphorically, in the sense that they were diabolical
and evil,
as well as black literally.
They said figuratively and literally the Jews were black. Go ahead and read.
One Christian critic of the supposedly Jewish Pope
Anacletus II,
elected in 1130.
Man, this in the 10th century. Go ahead.
Hinted that Jews was generally regarded as dark when he noted that the Pope was dark and pale.
Wait a minute. How you gonna have a Pope? You got a Jewish Pope? He was dark and pale, more like what?
More like a Jew.
Or what?
Or an Arab.
So he wasn't no real dark skin, brother.
Yeah.
He may have been like your color, Ron.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Then a Christian.
Look.
Sir William
Barrington.
1604 to 1661. The English parliamentarian, soldier, and writer happened to visit Sephardi's synagogue in Amsterdam, where he commented that the Jews were very dark-skinned.
Wait a minute. I'm just giving you, now, the book is thick now. I'm just highlighting that this is going from the 10th century down to the 14th century, back to the 12th century, 50th. Everybody saying they black.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and read.
Dark-skinned and lasciviousness. They were most black. And
insatiably
given unto women.
Now we can go back and read in the Testament of 12 Patriarchs. Judas said that's gonna be one of our downfall. The women did it. Yeah. So here you go, the scripture bring it to again.
Sure enough.
Go ahead and read.
In his new voyage to Italy, 1714, Francisco
Maximilian Mission.
1650 to 1722. The French writer and traveler confirmed that the general supposition supposition was that Jews were black when he noted that all Jews was black. He said all Jews.
Yeah, he said all Jews were black.
Although only Portuguese Jews started off black.
Wait a minute. See, you getting all kind of information here. This is documented history. This is documented history, brothers and sisters. These all, I'm talking about on down through the century. Man, Jews is black. Jews is black. Jews is black.
All Jews black.
Yeah. So let's go to the next place, Hebrew. We just getting that chain. We just walking it down. All right, now this is the scripture that really just brought this lesson home for me, and you're gonna hear it read in two other places through this lesson when we get down to the elders. All right, but we go on to 1 Kings 19. Gonna tell a little story about our brother Elijah. 1 Kings 19, Hebrew. Cause this is the Most High telling me then that there was a specific chain of custody. 1 Kings 19, brother. 1 Kings 19, and we're gonna pick it up at the 9. We're gonna do a little skipping. We're gonna read 9 through 16, then we're gonna skip down to 18 and read through 19. Because the Most High gonna always, one thing about the Most, one thing he gonna do is relieve you of your duties when you fail to do what you're supposed to be doing. That can I take a pause for God?
Go ahead.
Let me say this right here. You know I'm always harping on this. He will relieve you of your duties, brother, when you ain't doing the duties of a husband.
19.
He will relieve you of your duties, sister, when you ain't doing the duties of a wife. He will relieve you of your duties when you ain't taking care of the Most High business. He will bring somebody else and put them in your spot. I just want to throw that in because we finna read about Elijah and Elisha, okay? But that ain't what I came here for, but I just want to throw that in there.
That's right.
All right, 1 Kings 19 and 9. What do it say, Hebrew?
And he came thither unto a cave and lodged there. And beheld, the word of the Lord came to him. And he said unto him, what dost thou here, Elijah?
So the Most High asked, man, what is you doing up in this cave?
That's right.
Jezebel got Elijah on the run.
Yeah.
He said, man, what you doing up here, bro?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and read.
And he said, I have been very jealous for the Lord Yah of hosts. For the children of Israel have forsaken thy covenant.
Right.
Thrown down thine altars and slain thy prophet with the sword. And even I only am left. And they seek my life to take it away.
Now I'm gonna tell all y'all something. One monkey don't stop no show.
Come on now.
He said, man, they ain't killed everybody, man. And see, man, I've been jealous for you, Lord. And I done thrown down they all, and they try to kill me, man. That's why he said, man, what you doing running up in here? See, you to put your trust in yourself and not in the Most High.
That's right.
He said, man, they ain't killed everybody, man. I'm the only one left.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. You ain't never the only one left, bro.
Sure not.
And Most High finna tell him that. Matter of fact, you retired. Since you thinking like that, you retired and watch the work keep going.
That's right.
Go ahead and read.
And he said, go forth and stand up on the mount before the Lord.
Right.
And behold, the Lord passed by. And a great and strong wind rent the nations. Rent the mountains and break in pieces the rock before the Lord. But the Lord was not in the wind.
He was not in the wind.
And after the wind, an earthquake. But the Lord was not in the earthquake.
Go ahead, brother.
And after the earthquake, a fire. But the Lord
skip down 13. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm gonna tell you skip down 13. Skip down 13. I may have messed it up. I was kept changing stuff. But skip down to 13, Hebrew.
And it was so when Elijah heard that, he wrapped his face in his mantle and went out and stood in the entering in of the cave. And behold, there came a voice unto him and said, what dost thou here, Elijah?
He said, man, what you still doing here? Did you see me in this whirlwind and earthquake coming and you still up in here, man? You should have been scared of me.
Yeah.
Or what I can do to you. What are you still standing up here for, man? Go ahead, bro.
And he said, I have been
See, he can come with the same excuse again. Man, Lord, I've been very jealous for you. Lord, I did the work, Lord. They trying to kill me. He said, okay. Since you didn't get the first hit, I'm finna retire you, man.
That's right.
I'm finna retire you, bro. Since you didn't get that hit, I just came through it and you didn't run.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And he said, I have been very jealous for the Lord Yah of hosts, because the children of Israel have forsaken that covenant.
Diversion.
Yeah.
What we got mental or a projection.
That's it.
He put it on somebody else, psychological projection.
That's
See,
it.
man, if they would have did it him, I wouldn't have. You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
But you need, come on. Go ahead and read.
Thrown down in altars and slain their prophets with the sword.
Go ahead.
And I, even I only, am left.
And what?
And they seek my life to take it away.
Man, I'm the only one left, my whole time. Hey, we got there trying to do the work, man. Them jokes start killing everybody, man. I'm the only one that got left, bro. Yeah. Look what the Most High told him.
And the Lord said unto him,
what did he say?
Return on the way to the wilderness of Damascus. And when thou comest, anoint Hazael to be king over Syria. Or Syria, I'm sorry. And Jehu, the son of Nimshi, shall thou anoint to be king over Israel.
Right.
And Elijah, the son of Elisha, the son of Shaphat, and
Abimelech.
Abimelech shall thou anoint to be prophet in thy room.
See, did you hear what he said? Hey, I tell you what. Go down there. You anoint this dude to be king over Syria. Go get Jehu and tell him he gonna be king over Israel. And Elisha, the son of Shaphat of Bahamallah, or whatever you want to call that, thou shalt anoint him to be prophet in your space. Man, you done. He said, since you ain't get the hint, you done. Man. But I want to show you this story because a lot of times we get in our mind, well, man, see if I leave, man, he leave, man, if I leave, ain't there. Okay. Well, if I don't do this for the ministry, it ain't gonna get done. Watch.
I know that's right.
If it's the Most High will, watch.
Yes, sir.
Watch and see. Just because you didn't do it, or you lost heart, or you didn't want to do it no more, you got your feelings about something and said you wasn't gonna do something.
Yes, sir.
You think it ain't gonna get done or ain't gonna get done right. Watch.
Yes, sir.
Watch. Continue to read, Hebrew.
And it shall come to pass that him that escaped the sword of Hazael shall Jehu slay.
So if you get away from the king of Assyria, Jehu gonna kill you.
That's right.
Go ahead and read.
And him that escaped from the sword of Jehu shall Elisha slay.
Oh, the prophet gonna kill you. Right. The man of God gonna kill you. So you ain't getting away. Go ahead and read.
Yet I have left me 7,000 in Israel.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, it ain't gonna be over.
The main, or so he thought. The main of God thought he was the last one left. And the Most High said, man, I got 7,000. Ain't never bowed the knee to Baal. You just don't know about him, partner. So don't ever think. That's why he said, I'm going to preserve my righteousness from generation to generation. I always got somebody that's willing to do the work.
That's right.
Negro, just because you done got scared and you done got fearful or you done got in your feelings and don't want to do it anymore because somebody may have said something that you just didn't like. Don't think the work gonna stop, partner. He said, I got 7,000. Now, I always say this when I read this scripture. Them brothers' names ain't written. The lives they're written about ain't. Yeah. Their names ain't written about. Sure. But the Most High know who he is. And we're going to read something that I told you last night. I read in the Pseudepigrapha, going to bear that out. Going to bear that. Man, when I read, I almost jumped out of bed, man. Continue to read, Hebrew.
Man, yet I have left me 7,000 in Israel.
Yes, sir.
All the knees which have not bowed unto Baal.
That's right.
And every mouth which have not kissed him.
That's right. Reading 19, down. Yeah, reading 19, down. Okay. We're going to read that 19, Hebrew.
So he departed thence and found Elisha, the son of Shaphat, who was plowing with 12 yoke of oxen before him.
See, this man, he was out there working. And the Most High already chose up. Just like David out there keeping sheep. Yeah. The Most High chose up. Negro, don't think you stopping no show.
That's right.
Go ahead.
And he with the 12 and Elijah passed by him and cast his mantle upon him.
And cast his mantle upon him. That's like Most High said. But we just want to show that last point. He said, man, I got 7,000. He said, you don't want to do the work, I got somebody.
You got somebody. Man.
So just like that chain of custody of the office of the prophet had to be passed down.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? The office of a teacher had to be passed down. The office of a bishop had to be passed down.
That's right.
The chain of custody is going to go on, bro.
That's right.
It's always somebody willing to do the work and to stand 10 toes down for the Most High.
He said he got it, remnant. He got it.
Man, he got it.
He got it.
Where we at, Hebrew? We at on page 66. We going back to, what book we going back to? We going back to the Black Jews in America, African America. Now, I just want to throw that in there for a little flavor because we read about all them folks that said the Jews were black, right?
That's right.
On down through the centuries, then.
That's right.
Let's go to see what old Christopher Columbus got talking about. Oh, yeah, I'm going to wait till it pop up on Facebook. I want the people to read along with us, my brother.
Oh,
there it is.
You say old CC, man.
Yeah, old CC, Christopher Columbus. The one he said discovered America. How you going to discover something somebody already owned?
Chicken Charlie.
Yeah. Pick it up at the 66, Hebrew. What is it say?
When Christopher Columbus, 1451 to 1506, set off on his way on his 1492 voyage, he took with him an interpreter.
An interpreter?
A certain Louis D.
Torres.
1493.
Right.
Who was a recently converted Jew.
He was a recently, now I want y'all to understand the language y'all read. It said he was a recently converted Jew. How you gonna be a recently converted Jew and you know how to speak all these languages? He was just going back to what he already knew. He knew. Because how he gonna know how to speak these languages? They say he know how to speak. You see, you got to be able to sift through the gospel.
That's right.
It said he was a recently converted Jew. But look, as it turns out, what it would say, man?
And as it turned out, the first person of Jewish origin to settle and die in America.
Huh? Y'all know about this, brother?
Wow.
Do y'all know about this, brother?
Louis D. Torres.
Go, man. Keep on reading.
D. Torres was something of a
linguist.
And apart from Spanish, Greek, German, and Portuguese. He also knew more exotic languages, including
Aramaic. Go ahead and read.
The idea was that
Aramaic is a form of Hebrew.
Right.
Go ahead and read.
The idea was that his Oriental language would enable him to speak to the natives of the land.
Wait a minute. Why would the natives of the land in 1492 be speaking Aramaic?
That's right.
Keep on reading.
On the other side of the Atlantic. On Friday, November the 2nd, 1492, Columbus decided to send Louis D. Torres, who, as he said, understood Hebrew and Chaldees.
And what else?
And even some Arabic.
But why is he sending them out there? Because the people that was already over here, they spoke the same language.
Oh, man.
That's why he's sending them out. Christopher Columbus got his stinking butt back on the ship. Man, go out there and talk to them folks.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and read.
With the landing party, just in case they encounter any Hebrew.
Encounter any who?
Hebrew.
Any Hebrew in America in 1492? on now.
That ain't in the history book.
They ain't in the history, but they ain't tell you that in school, did it?
No, sir.
Go ahead and read Hebrew.
Aramaic.
Or
Arabic.
Speakers. So why did he think that it was Hebrews and Aramaic speaking people over here? Because you know why? We read in the early chapters. Them folks, man, coming all the way over here, man.
That's right.
Go ahead and read Hebrew.
Columbus may well have had Eastern Jewish traders in mind, but given that he had attentively read Mandeville's travels, it is more likely that he was thinking of the lost tribes of Israel.
Oh, he was thinking of the who? Wait, hold up, bro. Let it pop up, bro. I want the people to see that. I want the brothers and sisters on Facebook to see that too. Sir. He was thinking of the lost tribes of Israel. See, this is where a lot of brothers get into that debate about Ashtoreth, where it would and all that. That's why I said we're gonna dig in there on another time, another grind. But I'm just showing, I'm throwing all the information out there that you know these folks, man, kept this thing all the way down to the end.
Yes, sir.
All right, now read that part again because the brothers and sisters can see that.
Given that he had attentively read Mandeville's travels, it is more likely that he was thinking of the lost tribes of Israel, who were widely thought to be inhabit the eastern portion of the great Asian landmass. 400 of years after the arrival of Columbus. The most frequent involved explanation for the origin of the indigenous population of the American continents, north and south, was that they were lost tribes of Israel.
They were lost tribes of who?
Of Israel.
What page you on?
I'm on page 67.
That's supposed to be 67. Where you at on 67, bro? Make sure I'm on. According to the historian, where you at?
You got 67.
Okay, but on here, where you at on here? Let me see that. Okay, yeah, you good. Go ahead.
The Spanish
that's right, you good, bro. Go ahead.
The Spanish embraced this theory with enthusiasm. According to the historian and missionary
Juan D. Torquemada, whatever you call that, one of them heathen names.
Medalla,
1562
to 1624. It was a Bartolome de las
Casas. 14. See, all these people, man, is way back in time, and these were the Hebrews over here when they got over here.
Yes, sir.
But go ahead and read.
1566. The so-called apostles to the Indies, who first purposed that the South American population was descended from the lost tribes.
See? This man is documented, man. This stuff's documented, bro. Go ahead and read.
According to the Irish lost tribe enthusiast Edward King Viscount Kingsborough, 1795 to 1837, the celebrated Lacoste entertained no doubt that the continent of America had in its earlier ages been colonized by the Jews.
Wait a minute. Wait, hold up. Come on now. What's going on here? Go ahead, Hebrew.
And he even goes so far as to say the language of the island of San Domingo.
Now, San Domingo is one of my favorite vacation spots down there in Dominican Republic. And when you go down to Dominican Republic, man, that's one of my real vacation spots. And when you go down there, man, my wife was flashing that photo look just like us. I said, yeah. The only difference is that our ancestral slave ship went this way, and their ancestral slave ship went that way, and they speak Spanish. The only reason why they speak Spanish because they ended up down here. If you'd have been down here, you be speaking Spanish, they be speaking English. That's right. And when you go down there, man, them folk look just like us. Matter of fact, when we were down there, everybody down there before my wife would start talking said, "Are you Dominican?" Because you know what I'm saying? Yeah. She said, "No," but they look just like us, bro.
Right.
Go ahead and read.
The island of San Domingo was corrupt Hebrew.
Was what? Corrupt what?
Corrupt Hebrew.
A different dialect of Hebrew, but go ahead and read.
In this Historia General.
Now it's dating all these different books and notes that all these guys made through the different years.
Yeah.
In his book, what?
Historia
General
de las
Indias, 1553. Look at all these different years. Yeah. And all these folks saying the same thing.
Francisco Lopez,
Gomara,
1511, 1564. Noted of the native population in South America.
What do you say?
They are all very like Jews in appearance and voice, for they have large noses and speak through their throat.
Did we read that earlier about somebody saying they all got large noses and all that? Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
The Indians, according to Tarkumada, 2 were literally the Israelite stock.
Of Israelite stock, what?
Biologically Jews, and had been persuaded by the devil to worship him.
Did we read that? They said they left off and served other gods, wood and stone. We read that. And they documenting this stuff, man. They said, man, they stopped worshiping the God of Israel, started worshiping the devil, man. That's where you get all that voodoo and hoodoo down in them islands and stuff, bro.
South America, yeah.
We reading this history, man. We reading this, brother. Go ahead and keep reading, man.
In a similar manner to their worship of Yah in the ancient Israel.
In ancient world?
Ancient Israel. Moreover, it soon became
axiomatic
that the most, if not all, the local languages were dialect of Hebrew.
Look, all the local languages were different dialects of Hebrew. Wait a minute, man, this down. See what I'm saying? These folks, these were the one that was in South and Central America in the Caribbean.
Wow.
Go ahead, brother.
And other Jewish languages. What was true of South and Central America was also true of North.
Now, that's enough on that, because we can go on that.
Yes, sir.
Now, you see all them different guys saying the same thing. In different time periods now.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the next play. We got 2 more, and then we're going to be gone for the night.
81.
Yeah, we're going to 81 Hebrew. We're going to page 81 now, y'all. Just get some more. Just get some more to keep the chain of custody going, Hebrew. I'm gonna wait for it to pop up on Facebook. We're going to pay. We're in the same book, Black Jews in Africa and America, and then we're gonna read pages 81, 82, and then we're gonna read one more script, and then we out of here for the night. I appreciate y'all hanging with us.
Yes.
But we had to get this established, so when we get to the elders, won't nobody be saying, "Well, man, dang, who?" No, these folks, this thing been on down through the ages.
This history here.
Yes, sir. We on page 81. We're gonna read where it's starting to highlight, and then we're gonna read on down into the 82. Okay. 82. Okay. Let me see on 82. Flip over real quick. But we're gonna read down to, we gotta stop somewhere because it's getting into the next leg. Stop right there. Okay. Stop right there.
You want to read
hold
that?
On.
Oh, you want to read right there?
Man, I don't want to get into my other one.
Okay. You want to stop at that paragraph?
No, we won't see. Yeah, we'll stop at that paragraph. Okay. We'll pick it back up when we get back in there tomorrow.
Okay.
All right, you good, Hebrew. Go ahead.
It was not long before the idea that there were some black Jews in Africa gave way to the less widespread idea that all or most blacks were in fact Jews, descended from Jews, and that the central figures in the Judeo-Christian tradition were black.
Well, what?
Were black.
Oh, okay.
The large black Pentecostal group, Church of Living God, maintained that most of the biblical prophets and other figures, including Jesus, were members of the black race.
Member of the what race?
Black race. Later, the African Orthodox Church, founded in 1921 by George Alexander McGuire, under the influence of Marcus Garvey.
Now, y'all remember Marcus Garvey? Cause we gonna deal on. Hey, brother Marcus Garvey was this dude. He tried to influence Marcus Garvey, but the main powers behind the throne were Hebrew. And one of the main brothers we gonna read about tomorrow, this brother he was the reason that the FBI was formed with Marcus Garvey. We're gonna read about this brother. Mark was a Hebrew Israelite, was teaching Marcus Garvey to be a Hebrew Israelite. I'm telling you, we finna read this stuff, man. Man, this is stuff that people don't teach us. Yes, even in the Hebrew Israelite community. Man, like I said, everything that go on in this history thing, man, this world is about you. Y'all didn't know that some of Marcus Garvey's not only biggest supporters, but biggest influencers was Hebrew Israelite and was teaching him to be one. We're gonna read it. But this is one of the dudes that was on his crew that was doing the Pentecostal thing. Yeah. But go ahead and read.
George Alexander McGuire, under the influence of Marcus Garvey, was essentially a black racialized from the Protestant Episcopal Church, while the Shrine of the Black Madonna Church and Culture Centers, founded by the anti-integrationist Bishop Albert B. Clay,
you all right?
1911, 2001.
2000.
2000. In Atlanta and Detroit. And others was simply offering a plausible alternative to the white skin and blue-eyed racial iconography of Western Christendom. Bishop Cleave identified with the white Jews of the United States as the descendants of white Europeans and Asiatic.
Now, that's important because didn't Alexander say he's going to create a Euro-Asian type people?
Sure did.
I see you got to remember this stuff.
Yeah.
Go ahead and read, brother.
Who were converted to Judaism.
And he ain't lying because those are the Khazars.
Yeah.
Go ahead and read.
About 1,000 years ago.
All right, let me flip this over here, brother. Let me flip. I tell you what, just read this right here. That's in this on, then we're going to cut it off to the mouth. Nah, we ain't going to read the top. That's just more of the same stuff.
Okay.
Y'all going to have to get the book. Man, so much stuff in this book, bro. It ain't even funny. Just, we got to wait for that to catch up. But there's so much stuff in these books, Hebrew. We ain't going to read. We can't read everything. But we just going to read a little bit of something. We're going to come back to some of these later on. I tell you what we're going to do. Stop it. We can go to the last place. I don't want. I think I got something out of secret. We're gonna get back in that tomorrow. All right. Let's go to the last place. Romans 11. We finna go to Romans 11, and we go 1 through 5 Hebrew, and we just gonna read again, and we're gonna read this again in another spot. This is Paul talking to the Romans, the Israelites who think they Romans or think they Gentiles. Right. And he letting them know, man, the chain of custody ain't never been broken. Wow. Matter of fact, he's finna read or quote what we read in 1 Kings. And he's telling them, they go, man, he ain't dealing with Israel no more. He said, man, hold on. Yeah. I'm an Israelite. What you mean? The chain of custody ain't never been broken. No, sir. Romans 11, brother. Okay. 1 through 5, brother.
And it reads.
What did he say?
I say then, have God cast away his prophet?
His people?
Yeah, his people, I'm sorry. Y'all forbid.
Y'all forbid.
For I also am an Israelite. Of the seed of Abraham. Of the tribe of Benjamin. Y'all have not cast away his people, which he foreknown.
That's right.
Foreknew.
What not?
Won't he not what the scripture says of Elijah?
Now he said, don't you know what the scripture said about Elijah? When he was talking that smack to the Most High? You don't remember what Yah said to Elijah? Go ahead and read.
How you make an intercession of Yah against Israel?
See, you man, he broke all this up now. They trying to kill me, man. Say, help me out.
Yeah.
Go ahead and read.
Saying, Lord, they have killed that prophet. And dig down that altar, and I am left alone. And they seek my life.
But what did the answer of God say?
But what say the answer of God unto him?
What?
I have reserved to myself 7,000 men who have not bowed to the knee to the image of Baal.
What does verse 5 say, brother?
Even so then, at this present time.
And I'm going to say, even at this present time.
Also, there is a remnant according to the election of grace.
And there's going to be a remnant according to the election of grace in each generation. We know that through the scriptures. And we read it through history. He told Elijah back then, now here go Paul telling these heathens, these Israelites who acting like even today it's a remnant according to the election of grace. Yes, now we're going to read about tomorrow. What we're going to get into tomorrow, brothers and sisters, is going to be the brothers. And I'm going to go back up to them. I'm going to put this back up on the screen. These brothers, who I call the founding fathers of the Americas, because two of these brothers, man, was from the Caribbean. Wow. Yeah, they came from the Caribbean up to North America, knowing who they were, because this one brother said his father traced his lineage back to an unbroken chain to the Levitical priesthood. Yeah, documented.
His father traced it back.
He was from St. Kitts, and his family traced their lineage back to West Africa, Nigeria. And they family traced their lineage back to the Levitical priesthood. Yeah.
Man, they don't teach you this in these schools.
Hey, man, all praise to the Most High.
Yes, sir.
And understand it, man.
Yes, sir. All praise.
All praises at all. We're going to get into these brothers tomorrow, and we're going to walk them on down. We're going to go from the first one to the last one on down, and even to this day.
Yes, sir.
And all Israel, we got some knuckleheads in the crew. We're going to talk about two of them just for a brief minute before we get out of the class. Because, Israel going to be Israel, But, again, brothers, so I hope y'all got some wisdom and understanding. We're doing the chain of custody tonight. We're going to do the founding fathers of the Americas tomorrow. We're going to go through each one of these brothers' lives and through history and prove these brothers out. And like we said, we hope y'all got some understanding tonight. Let me stop sharing my screen. Let me close this out. Let me stop sharing first, not close it out. Yeah, I hope y'all, got some wisdom and understanding tonight. We're going to be doing part 2 tonight. Tomorrow. I'm sorry. We're going to be doing part 2 tomorrow. 1 p.m. I'm going to have my brother Charles Yard in the building to bring it on home with me. I want to give a few shout outs tonight, brother. Linda Ricks, Sean 777, Regina Dolores, KW, MS Bates, Manasseh Israelite. Glad to see you. Got some Facebook users. I'm going to let my brother shout out to Facebook. We got my faithful brew, Amnon, A.K. Warden P is in the building. Let's see who else we got in there. Chiquita Nevitt is in the building. Hebrew Bible Study is in the building. We got who else we got up there? All About Y'all, my sister's in the building. Got my rib up in this piece. Tannis A. McCray Davis is in the building. Let's see. I want to thank all the brothers and sisters for their generous donation. I pray that the Most High bless the work of your hands, bless your family, and continue to raise you up in the truth and knowledge of his word. All praises, hallelujah. Yes, Gene McLean was up in this piece. Tuvaya, my brother. Hey, Tuvaya, man, finna be in rotation up in this joint. Okay. Finna put, we got some, let me stop y'all real quick. We've been reaching out to brothers from all over. Yes, this is something me and one of we talked about, all the elders talking about, teachers talking about. Right. I know y'all been seeing the brews from Tupelo in the rotation. Y'all been seeing D-Row every now and again in the rotation. We finna get brews. Y'all finna start seeing a lot of different brews on the Order McKells they paid. Because this ain't about us. That's right. This ain't about us. But we got brews that we fellowship and we consider our family and everything. We finna start letting these brews come on. But if Most High get them a lesson, right, or give word to the people, y'all finna start seeing them on the Order McKells channel. I got fillers out to the STL brews. You're gonna start seeing some of them on there. You know what I'm saying? That's family. Two by y'all down in Austin, Texas, D-Row in Naptown. Know we're gonna be hollering at Ed and Mike Hicks up there, Mikael up in there. We're gonna try to get them brews in the building.
All right.
So we're gonna be reaching out to different brews, man, letting y'all get a little taste of the base from them. Let's see how the spirit moving on these brothers too.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have different brews from all over. This brew, I know he got something brewing. You know what I'm saying? He working on something too. You know what I'm saying? We got everybody getting in. And you know, everybody gonna put their hand to the plow. So we work all praise to the Most High for my brothers ready to do this work. Francesca Ford is in the building. Let's see. Man, that boy rolling in.
What's up?
Let's see. Who else up in there? I've seen, okay. Deshaun Evans, what it do, family? Linda Ricks, I don't know if I called that sister's name. I know she was up in this piece. I think it's all I can scroll. Who you got over there, Hebrew?
You call Sister Baker.
Yeah, MS Baker. I call Sister Baker, Sister Elaine up in this joint. Dre Hopkins up in this joint.
Okay. My brother.
Mm-hmm.
We got Yo Real.
All praise. Hallelujah.
We got You're Hooking On.
Oh, the Hebrew phone book.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
We got B-Lou.
B-Lou, what it do?
Yes, sir. We got
Charles Yah. I see Charles Yah was in here too. My bad, Hebrew. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry. I know Sister Latina was up in that joint.
Yeah. Tove Robinson.
Tove, what it do, family?
We got our brother, Cortez.
The chosen one.
Yes, sir. Sister Latina.
I knew she was up in that.
Yes, sir.
I think I seen Sister Tanya Moody on here too. I'm not sure.
Athea.
Mm-hmm.
Athea Latin.
Man, I can't see that far over there, bro.
Okay. Yeah.
Dre Hoskins. Okay, I see you in there, bro.
That's all I got on Facebook.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, we preach. Hey, man, y'all tune in tomorrow for this second leg. I'm telling you, don't want to miss tomorrow because we're going to put the finger on the brothers, identify the brothers, you know what I'm saying, and walk this thing on down to our modern day, even to this day. So y'all tune in tomorrow. And then next week, I forgot who up next week. We got some different stuff we're doing for Hebrew Israelite history. This kind of different. Right. You know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to do like, you know, we always do slavery. I did a little bit of that. Mm-hmm. We do color. I did a little bit of that. Mm-hmm. But we just do a chain of custody. You know, we do condition, the priest and all that. So, but we just doing something a little bit different this year. So the Hebrews got a lot of stuff, good stuff for y'all coming up in the Hebrew Israelite History Month. And we got Purim this month. We got the venue secured. You hear me?
Okay.
And possibly, I ain't gonna let it out. I'll let Water P let y'all know. Right. But hey, we got Purim, the venue security. You know, we know a lot of people may not show up, so we ain't want to get the big joint.
Okay.
So, but we got a nice, clean place. It's gonna be nice. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. We're gonna be able to get in there and do our thing for Purim. That's so right. we're gonna be putting the location up next week. Matter of fact, I'll do it tomorrow.
Okay.
I put the location up tomorrow for Purim, and then we'll give you, I think it's on the 25th. Yeah, no, it starts 25th of sundown and 26th of sundown. Okay. So we'll be doing it on the 26th around noon, so we can get it in for the sun go down. You hear me? And be all in on that. Okay. What else? Of course, we always try to pump up the men's prayer group on Sunday. Right. Yehukanan, my brother Yehukanan is heading that up. Y'all go in there and check it out. You understand what I'm saying? And get in on that prayer group. We'll be posting that in the chat tomorrow as well. And we just connected with a lot of brews, man, that's faithful and ain't with all that drama. And we just trying to edify one another. That's all we try to do, man.
And always we hope that it was something said or read. Mm-hmm. That's right. Gave you some edification, and the Most High always get the glorification.
That's right, brother. That's right. All praise, honor, and great glory is unto our power. The power of Abraham, the power of Isaac, and the power of Jacob. To our brothers and sisters in the faith, as always, we salute you. I got my brew in the building. Big Rob, here in First Security. We're going to get back with y'all on the other side. Y'all enjoy y'all Saturday night. Shalom.